Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Iron Marshal today. Because you see, today we are carrying on with our ongoing game, playing Pathfinder for Savage Worlds. This is the adaptation of the Savage Worlds system for to play more like the classic first edition Pathfinder fantasy role-playing game. And we are playing this set in the the Paizo's land of sorcery and science, Numeria, the land of falling stars. And with me today are the stars of the Iron Gods campaign. When I go the order I've got you guys on the screen here, why don't you tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what did you spend your last advancement on? First up, we've got Sean.
Hey, I'm Sean. I'm playing Ambrosius Apparatum. And the last channel, the last advance I took is channeling. So it's
Nice.
It gives me a discount if I get a raise on my casting.
Oh, cool. So like if you get a raise in the casting, it costs you one less power point?
One less. Yeah, one less power point.
That's cool. That's cool. Next up is Dave.
Hey everybody, I'm Dave. I am playing Mare. She's also an android, team android actually, and she took rock and roll at the suggestion of the group, so that will reduce the penalty from increasing rate of fire as long as she doesn't move before she goes. So yeah.
Very nice. Next up is Mo.
Hi, I'm Morris. I'm playing Clockwork, who is a Yosoki monk, and he improved his stealth to a D10. To D10.
Very nice.
And he added academics.
Very nice. So he's slowly picking up some...
He's been... all that work scavenging the battlefield, he's been trying to get into Numerian tech and sort of learning
Nice.
from other people.
Excellent. And last but certainly not least is Carl.
Yep. I am playing Kate Firemane. She is a Dwarven fighter magic user, Magus, a custom creation that Kevin came up with, but I guess there's now a Magus somewhere in the books, so as an archetype. But I took 5 power points as my advance.
Okay.
Because I noticed last time I was running low on power points, so.
Nice. Excellent. Okay, so then, let's see. I'm just quickly... Everyone's putting their defenses in chat. I appreciate that, guys. I forgot to do that last time. 8-2.
Ambrosius,
Yeah, I'd actually forgotten to put in the bonus and being a bruiser from last time.
Oh, did
2
you?
advances ago.
Yeah. So I've seen
Yeah,
Ambrosius.
I was working out where I was. Oh.
All right. Then, so last time we actually picked up on a plot. So last time was the first session after the gaming marathon, the Musers Marathon, and we were picking up on a task that Mare and I think Mare and Krusk and maybe Ambrosius as well had initially looked into, which was to deliver some ponies, some horses, to the White Stallion, the trading post a little further out, and that's sort of where we picked up. I just need Kate's. What's Kate's parry and what's her toughness? Please.
Yeah, her parry is 7. Her toughness is 8-3.
8-3. Okay.
Quick question, Kev. Any, I guess Ambrosius might have looked for to scavenge a hammer out of the battlefield of the great battlefield that we in the marathon.
Oh,
you think there's any chance of
you also Ambrosius brought back a piece of tech. I actually need to grab 2 more books. I forgot. I thought I grabbed everything, but I Madison. So we got to talk about that. But yes, if he wants to grab a hammer, like any kind of like
mundane
generic gear, you can assume that you've had time to pick that up. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We picked up a couple of weeks after the events of the Battle of the Torture Trees. I'm sorry, Carl, what was Kate's parry?
Her parry is 7.
7 now. Awesome. Okay, so I'll be right back, guys. Maybe what I can do, I'll leave it to Carl and Mo to fill in what happened last time.
Okay.
You're on.
Okay,
go
so
for it.
we were taking some horses back as part of the the stuff we did before the big fight. So we had quite an interesting travel. So we were moving to the White Horse Inn. But on the way, we bumped into a tribesman. I almost said ragged tribesman. And when we sort of went up to him to ask, he sort of spooked and ran off. We then had an exciting chase with some interesting tumbles and almost breaking our necks, falling off our horses. But unfortunately, he got away from us. After another night, we then arrived at the inn, which is in the main building in a small hamlet where we were supposed to deliver the horses, and found it deserted. Rather spookily. Clockwork went into the inn, found it deserted with food and drink left on the table rotting. He did find someone upstairs trying to fix or open a door, who seemed extremely jumpy. Kate also went and had a look round and found some disturbed earth, which I think we thought was gremlins.
Yeah, we determined it was gremlins. Me and the scout.
And then, oh yes, we had some. Sorry, I should have said we actually had some NPC supporters with us. A guy,
Yeah, we have a favors.
You carry on. I got to get my
subordinate
chest
troops.
plate.
So, I think we were just in the point of talking to the purported innkeeper, who did look rather shifty and raised a few suspicions. And at that point, I think we stopped. So certainly, the deserted village looks really odd, and we did question about why, and he seemed rather, it's just a slow time, which is unlikely, like there's food rotting on the table. So I think Clockwork thinks, well, maybe there's some other mind control, or he's not who he seems, but it's very odd. And I think we just started talking to him and he jumped. So I think at that point...
Right, I asked him, what does gremlins have to do with the missing people? And he
didn't... I think that was...
Because he also lied about... He said that pirates came and attacked and we didn't see any...
Yes, you did.
Pirates.
They didn't, yeah.
Right, so we use like favors. I think we have 3 favors, and I used my 3 favors to get an actual guide, and who's like a dwarven dude, and then we have some henchmen, so we have some extras.
He went with the old pirates excuse, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It was pirates.
Yeah.
Well, it is near.
Well, I mean, we don't like them anyway because they fled the battle, if you recall.
Yeah.
Pirates did.
Yep. Yep.
So one bright spark, Clockwork did manage to borrow a couple of bottles of wine, which is where he's slating for this evening's meal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the other interesting thing was there were no animals in the fields or anything.
All right. So are we up to speed on what has happened here?
So the innkeeper or tavern keeper is trying to BS his way through this, and you guys didn't buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's where did we leave ourselves? We left ourselves
outside the tavern, I think.
Yeah.
And we just asked him about what's this got to do with gremlins.
I meant very literally which map are we on? What page are we on? So I'm just going to move us over here.
Let me reset my bennies.
There we go. Hold on.
All right.
There you go. Okay, so everyone's starting with their appropriate amount of bennies as well, and I got 4 players. So I got my 4 chips, and I'm using my brand new...
I think conviction we had, didn't
we? Also have conviction.
Who's got conviction?
Mo and I have Clockwork and Kate.
Oh, yes. You guys each have. Okay, so we started tracking conviction with the ochre, because you can actually have more than one, and as a reminder, you can spend bennies to extend your conviction as well, too. So if you want to maintain, if you spend your conviction and you want to maintain that bonus from round to round, you can spend bennies to do that. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I never spent my conviction from the marathon.
Okay.
Does that mean it's still there?
Yeah, you still have it then, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I've
Go.
still got mine marked on my character sheet.
Okay, so you guys everyone's got a point of conviction. Boy, thank God I can throw that next when you guys for fighting 3-story robots. I won't feel bad at all. So my apologies for having to run away too. Chef's Plate seems to have timed they used to deliver like just before the session would start, and it started to be like partway into the session now. So my apologies.
What'd you get?
There's Moroccan chicken, there's ancho chili, and I can't remember what the other ones are. The ancho chili is the one that caught my eye.
Nice.
I have a hot date with left the Swedish meatballs that I didn't make this week yet. So, all right. So this podcast is not brought to you by Chef's Plate, unfortunately. All right. Although it's funny, this is a non sequitur, but they missed one ingredient. The first time this has happened in like 5 months of service, they missed an ingredient in one recipe, and they're like, "Oh, okay, well here's $10. We'll refund you." I'm like, "The recipe's $20, and I'm not gonna make it without the fucking ingredients. So
Yeah.
how about you refund me the whole thing or deliver it
Right.
to me?" And they were like, "Yeah, no, that makes sense." So I got a full refund on it.
Nice.
Yeah, but it was one time. All right, so then, guys, let's do this. Let's have Ambrosius and Malre give us a common knowledge roll, please.
I do not have common sense, and my common knowledge is really not that common.
Okay.
Oh,
What I'm
look at
checking.
that.
So what I'm checking for is whether you guys have been through White Stallion before, and you have. You have been through here before, and you know MacLeod, and we can imagine that you guys have been here most of the time, but he is looking a lot more wild than what he has before, and this place is much more. I mean, I'm sure that Mo and Carl summarize as well, so forgive me for repeating it, but like the village itself is completely empty. There's nobody in here. There's no sign of struggle or anything like that. Harsk, one of the hirelings who has now departed, he noted that there was markings. There were tracks leading out to this strange bit of earth. But I mean, Kate, I think, recognized it immediately because it's a bane of dwarven miners. Right? Is the gremlins. So we pick up with you guys confronting MacLeod. And what do you say?
Well, I think Kate had just asked him, well, how does this apply to the gremlin stuff we found?
Right.
And then he sort of looked a bit startled, I believe, and then that was fade.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
what do the missing people have to do with gremlins?
okay. So let's do this. Kate, are you asking in a nice way or a not so nice way? Are you gripping your great sword tightly, or are you still trying to be?
No, it's on my shoulder, But
Yeah.
And we knew him from
He
before
has it out.
a little bit.
You know of this guy, yeah. He's not like a close friend by any means, but you know,
Yeah.
like, it's the guy. Like, this is a small town in a relatively small community. When you travel, you stay at the thing, you recognize the same guy. He just instead of in place of a clean cut, a short haired guy, it's got wild hair. He's got probably not a beard, but not like clean shaven either. He's got that transition patchiness. And he's got definitely a wild or damaged look in his eye. And sorry, Carl, we talked over you. What were you gonna? What I'm asking about, I guess, is whether it's going to be a persuasion or whether it's going to be an intimidate roll. I'm asking from you.
Probably intimidate.
Intimidate, sure. Go ahead and give us intimidation.
Okay. Well, I guess it's going to be at a minus. She doesn't have intimidate.
Oh shit.
That's fine.
Hold on, before you make that roll, do we want to give the... Is anyone else... you can see Kate stepping forward like she's going to ask something. Does anyone else want to add something to the scene to try and support? Make a support roll. See if we can make this easier
Okay.
for you.
You could try persuading.
Well, you can't persuade and intimidate at the same time. Notwithstanding the good... Yeah,
I was going to say, well, persuade them in, like, don't make her angry.
that's intimidate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll just roll it.
So many skills I need.
All right. It's a fail. Fine.
Okay. You want to spend a Benny re-roll?
Nah.
Okay.
See what happens.
All right, so he sort of looks, wildly back and forth between all of you. He says, what do you... Gremlins, what do you mean?
And I say, I mutter to my comrades, I say, should I have a look in his mind? It's a little uncomfortable.
Go for it. Because if not, I'm going to have a look in his mind with my sword.
Yeah.
And,
I say that out loud. I mean, she does have thin skin, so
yeah.
Are we going to like murder this man just because he's not giving us information? That doesn't seem right.
Wait, what?
I mean, you
Who's
murdered that
murdering?
prisoner that I took. So what's the difference?
Who's getting in my brain? What? And he's
We'll talk.
moving away from you guys.
I'll go ahead and.
He says it's bandits. I told you, Bloodgars came.
That's a blatant lie, sir.
It's
There are no evidence of pirates, and I point to the dock with my
they're
sword.
secretive.
Right, they can walk on water and fly. I got it.
Anybody can make a notice check here, if you like.
I would like to notice what's going on. Clockwork's got his conviction rolling.
Okay.
Oh, that wasn't mine.
Yeah, so as far as you guys can tell, he's telling the truth. Or at least he thinks he's telling the truth.
He believes that blood guards take the people.
Now, one thing, looking around, Malre, and Ambrosius, you guys both got successes. What you can see is that in addition to the houses being abandoned, you can tell from sort of the amount of disrepair in the different buildings, it doesn't look like they were all abandoned at the same time. Malre, maybe you're picking this up from the tracks that are there. Like some of the tracks on some of the buildings are fresher. I mean, very faded. They're weeks old at this point, but some of them are newer than others. So it doesn't look like everyone disappeared all at once.
Has this been going on for a long time? Because it doesn't appear that the degradation levels at the buildings are equivalent.
Mikhail turns and looks and says, yes, they've come many times. They've come multiple times.
Why are you still here?
I don't know. I'm an old man. No value, I'm sure.
It seems awfully suspicious that you're here and the other people are not.
I don't know. I can't...
Who's left?
Are you in league with the pirates?
No! Of course not.
Well, calm down, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of fighting. Presumably,
Whoa.
if they'd come and taken people by force, someone would have fought back. There's no sign of battle, damaged houses, burnt houses. How do you explain that?
I don't have to explain that. I've told you what happened. If you don't believe me, that's your business. You were here to deliver horses. You delivered the horses. Now you can leave. You're not welcome here.
If we find out that you're in league with the pirates that are taking people, you'll regret that.
How do I know you're not in league with the pirates?
Because we delivered your horses.
So,
Because we're pissed off at the pirates. They fled the Battle of Torch. We're not in league with them. We'd probably kill them on sight.
well,
Is there anyone else?
I don't
anyone
know
else
about
left?
that. But I don't have any dealings with them or that. Or you anymore.
Well, give us our money then, and we'll go back.
Well, these were paid for already.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't need to collect anything for you. You just needed to deliver the horses is all.
Is there anyone else left?
There's nobody else in this town. Like if you guys, I'm assuming that Mare and Ambrosius would have had a chance to look around as well. And yeah, like there's this whole town is empty at this point. The stables are empty at this point. There's no indication that anyone is staying anywhere in the inn. And this guy seems to, he seems off as he's defensive and argumentative right now and whatnot. But I mean, you don't need to make a medicine roll to know that this guy's suffering from some kind of pretty challenging trauma.
Is there anyone else?
Does anyone have medicine?
I
Healing.
believe.
And I'm also going to say in Undercommon to Kate, maybe we go and pretend to go and we stake out the place and see what happens. That's in Undercommon.
That sounds like a good idea before I smack this guy upside the head.
I don't know, does Ambrosius or Mayor speak Undercommon?
Nope.
No.
Don't remember.
But I speak Orc. You speak Orc?
Okay, Clock will say, well, okay, we'll leave the horses then. And
I do speak Undercommon.
Okay, so Ambrosius, you would have heard what Clockwork and Kate had said back and forth.
Okay.
Why are you speaking in Undercommon? Why are you speaking in another language?
I tell him an Orc because we don't want this guy to know what we're saying.
Kevin, is there anyone else in the town that we would have seen that is not here? Kind of like this guy?
I mean, maybe if you saw the faces, your roll didn't get a raise, so it tells me that you didn't necessarily have like a friend that was here that you're missing. Yeah. It tells me that you're familiar enough, like, oh yeah, there's that waitress with the, with the red hair, or oh yeah, there's that, the stable kid who walks with a slight limp.
Mm-hmm. So not really.
No.
Not specifically.
No, like no one you know by name. Like even this guy, like his name only because he's the proprietor of the White Stallion. And he's one of, like, the reason this community exists is because his family set up the White Stallion out here.
It's easier for me to find something if I've seen it before. That's why I ask.
Yeah.
Well, I could ask Bry where they are if we wish.
Yeah,
Her gaze is wide.
I just say in common. I think we should just leave. We're done here. And nod to Clockwork and Ambrosius, and
very well.
Okay.
And I tell Moray and Orc we're planning to leave, but we're not going to leave.
Okay. So this was about midday. Oh, go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
Just say, Mari leans into the guy who's already quivering and nervous and stuff like that, and she goes, "We'll be back."
Well, he's already gone. Like once you guys, as far as he was concerned, were rude to him, he left.
Well, then she'll just turn to the camera and say, "We'll be back."
Okay.
Oh, the question is, do we leave the horses here?
Yeah,
he's taking his horses.
Is there a corral or something where we can leave the horses in and let them?
Did you say corral?
Well, whatever you call it, horse stay.
That's okay. When I try to pronounce Worcestershire, I'm sure it's hysterical. But my brother-in-law, my ex-brother-in-law now actually, was British, and it made me laugh every time he said rodeo. It was rodeo.
That's how you say it.
Isn't how you say it?
It is the way you say it. Rodeo Drive.
Yeah,
not Rodeo Drive.
Well, he also
I like corral. Corral sounds mighty Texan of you.
There you go, corral.
We're playing Deadlands.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I also did like Arlen's pronunciation of Salisbury as well.
What was it?
Salisbury.
Salisbury. Oh,
Salisbury.
Yeah.
Like steak, Salisbury.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Is there a paddock we can sort of leave the horses in? I just don't want to.
There. I mean,
he took them. I thought he took them, right?
Well, he took his horses. You guys still
not
have
our horses. Well, we just.
Clocker's got a pony. Kate's got a horse, and I'm assuming that Maury and Ambrosius, you've been supplied with a horse as well.
Yeah. So the horses that we were to deliver, he took possession of that delivery.
Yes, he did. Yeah, and
okay,
he brought.
So that's good.
What you can see him bringing, like attached to the White Stallion Inn. It's the only 2-story building in this entire hamlet. There is a little stable, and he's brought those horses into there. There probably is a little a fenced off area, a corral, as you were, that you can actually run things around in. But I mean, it does not look like it's in very great repair either. There's probably like outside most homes, there's got to be like a hitch post or something like that you could tie them to. Do you want to? Your horses have been riding for half a day by this point, so and an evening is coming. Do you want to spend the evening here, or do you want to, fake that you're heading back?
Yeah, I think the idea was we'd go as if we were leaving, but then set up camp over a hill or a ridge out of sight.
Sure. So let's just do this then. Let me look back. I'm gonna see if I can find.
I think maybe someone could sneak in the evening and see what's happening, or...
Yeah.
And while we wait for the evening, Ambrosius is going to ask Bry where maybe the people are.
Okay. Now, let's look at the phrasing of the ability. It's locate is what you're using, right?
Yes, it's 1, 2, 3. I think 123.
Okay, nice.
Before we leave town, Mari's going to look around and try and track some tracks.
You know what I'll point out too, for those listening at home too, at the time of recording, I forgot, this is actually out on drive-thru now, I believe. I could download all of my stuff for it. I don't know if it's open for everyone to purchase right now, but I know that I had to download some of the stuff. The companion is not out yet, but like the power cards, the status cards, the spells, all that shit is all on drive-thru now.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was through Pinnacle Entertainment?
Pinnacle Entertainment is where you can get it drive-thru through Pinnacle. Yeah, like if you're searching for the Pinnacle as the publisher. I don't know if it's out. I know that the Kickstarter releases are there now. I don't know whether that's there. Oh, here we go. Okay,
look. The core, the bestiary. I have to go back and look. I guess this must have been because I got the core. Because they sent me the links because I did the second chance hacker kit thing.
Yeah.
So I have the core, the bestiary, the adventure, and then archetype cards. But I have to go back and see. Yeah, the other things were coming soon, so I have to go back and check it out.
No, because they're definitely there now. They've got updated versions of both archetype cards and the power cards, status cards, chase cards. Cool. Chase cards look different, actually. They're not the chase rules from Adventure Edition, and they're not just normal things. So they actually look pretty interesting.
Cool.
Looking forward to abusing those. Okay, so let's see here.
Okay.
Object, creature, or location. If you've never seen the target, it rolls at -2. Okay, yeah. And running water blocks it. Okay.
Get that map out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it won't have creeks and whatnot on there too. So this is DM DM Fiat stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'll do? No. I'll make this fair. Because there is Savage Rifts once again has a great sandboxing resource for randomly, like rather than like tracking on a map where all the different ley lines are and shit, you just you make a roll and it determines whether there's one that's close or not.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can repurpose that for water. Let's see. Here we go. So why don't you give us a 2d6 roll, please, Ambrosius. On a 6, there's going to be a body of water that'll be nearby.
There you go. There's your 6.
There you go. No. You didn't roll a 6.
Oh, sorry.
It's only if you roll a 6. Yeah. So there we go. All right. So then, you why don't you go ahead and give us your roll? It'll be -2 because.
Yep.
And do you want to find the path to it as well? Do you want to juice it up with that extra?
What do I? What's my decision?
For the modifier.
Gotcha, sorry. Yes. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yep. So let's see. It would be ordinarily 3. It'll be a cost of 4, and here's the roll.
Okay. Come on, big money.
There you go. 5.
And yes. Okay. Yeah. Success. So first off, what does it look like as you make use of locate? What are Bry's eyes?
First time, I think, using it quite like this. So I got to let's see. I think. Do we have a map of the of where we are in general?
I mean, you have the map of Numeria.
Okay. I mean, I think that's fine. I was just looking for a prop.
And it was reminding me that you got a handout.
So just as a narrative prop for the description, I think we have the map out, or Ambrosius has the map out, and I'm muttering to myself, somewhat disturbingly, maybe at the moment, and looking up into the sky. Nice. And I think that, and there's a little ephemeral, like little eyeball, like hovering over the, over the map,
Okay.
peering at it, and I'm watching the eyeball.
Okay. So yeah, you what you can sense from this is that they are not far away to the east of town, but down.
Like underground.
Yes.
Oh, my friends, Bryce sees widely. She suggested me to the east, but disturbingly, perhaps underground. Hopefully not 6 feet.
Interesting. I say we found. Is the scouts and the henchmen still there? Or?
The scouts. Let's see here. Yeah, you guys cashed in favors to get that stuff, so
Yeah.
you should.
What's this guy's name? Harskin. I found. Harskin. I found like some disturbed earth that he thought was gremlins. We can go over there and. I don't know.
Because that was to the east of the village, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not too keen on digging my way in the small hole underground, but contrary to what you all might think, neither is Hars.
There's a reason I left the Five Mountains.
Right.
So
We
there's.
thought you were our digger.
That makes you a little less dwarf than I thought.
Okay. Just be stereotypical there. And all androids talk funny, right, Mare? Right, Ambrosius? That monotone?
What?
So then,
Just ribbing him.
what I was looking back for is to see whether I can't remember. Oh, here, new thing. So Harsk will get 3
Hey,
bennies.
Ambrosius, you shouldn't tease Kate because Kate doesn't like being teased.
Yes, Kate has thin skin.
Even
Yeah.
when Bry's involved.
Well, Bri is an exception.
I was only joking, Kate. I apologize if I hurt your emotions.
So how far away do you guys think you want to travel before you set up camp?
I think
Who's got
Depends on the
Like a half a
terrain.
day?
Half day? Okay.
Well, no, I was
Or
thinking
not
maybe.
even that. Not even like an hour. Maybe. Or not even. I don't even think that's even
less
No,
than
maybe-
500
far enough away that if you look from a high building in the town, you couldn't see it.
Yeah, is
Yep.
there a dip in the ground or a small piece
So-
of woodland?
Sure. I guess the thing is what are you planning on doing? You now have a party of 10
A
people.
lot.
Yeah. And if you're a camp of, a couple of you keeping the, like the fire down and stuff like that, the noise down is not going to be an issue. One of the things that is, I think that those of you who are more stealthy, like Clockwork, you'd know that if he's in town by himself, there's going to be nothing to suck up extra noises and whatnot, and sound carries across the prairies. Sound Carries Across the Prairies was the name of my high school folk band.
Uh,
The
I was thinking at least a couple of miles away.
okay.
But
And then what do you want
unless
to
we
do?
want to try and track down using Bry's sort of like location.
Yeah. What? Oh, Ambrosius has definitely got a sense of the direction that it is, and so it's away from the river. What do you wish to do with Harsk and the militia? While you guys are just going to have them keep camp, or are you going to have them come in and sneak with you, or what?
Well, Clockwork says the other thing is maybe we want to not be too. Maybe we want to be a bit more obvious because if there are some bad guys hanging around, we might want to try and get them to come at us.
Are you going to set traps, Clockwork?
We could do. Presumably that's tripwires or things like that.
I mean,
But
it
I thought
doesn't-
really we were just going to rest and then maybe try and track these people down.
I mean,
mean,
the only thing
The disturbed earth was to the east of the village, I seem to remember. Because I stopped in the White Stallion and then you went a bit further east. Because we were travelling effectively west to east towards the village.
No, you were traveling. Remember, you were traveling west to get to sort of near where the Dagger River is,
Sorry,
but then
I
you were
get my
traveling.
left and right confused.
No, that's okay. But you're even the area that Ambrosius has sensed. I think what you're getting at is whether you've traveled over that land where you think these things may be, and no, you haven't, because it's directly east from town. What you guys traveled was from the northeast, from White Stallion.
Since it seems like no one's left other than him, is there anything left for the bad guys to come back for?
Well, we think he's in league with them, or at least, I don't know. Have they maybe fed him some potion or sort of mind controlled him in some way?
Not sure, or just cowed, but maybe. But if they came for people and there's no people left, I'm just wondering if they would keep coming back. Other than him, I mean, I understand there's some reason he's left, it would seem, but I'm just wondering if they would keep coming back if there's no one left to take.
Maybe he was just hiding when the last came and they thought they took everyone.
Perhaps. The easiest explanation.
Why didn't he tell us that and come with us for safety? So I think Clockwork thinks that we should camp here for the night and then try and follow this trail.
To the missing people, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Follow Bry.
Yeah, I think I agree, and I think Bry agrees.
Okay.
Well, I will
go ahead,
set
Mom.
up some sort of tripwires and things, just in case we do get bounced. So we'll set up a watch.
Okay. Do you have tripwires and stuff on your character sheet?
I've got some rope in the adventurer's pack, haven't we?
Rope's not a tripwire.
Well, it's survival. You set up snares, isn't it?
That is the skill you use, but you still need supplies in order to do that. Like this is picture what you're looking at on the screen. This is pretty much where you are. This isn't like it's a jungle where there's a path that you could put trips or like a pig trap or whatever is the spear thing there. Like what are you picturing as being the a deadfall is really the types of traps that you would make in the prairies.
No, I don't think we've got time to do that because that's quite a bit of digging. Okay, we'll just. Have
it's also very situational. Like if they happen to move over that particular spot, awesome. But the thing with traps is that you want to have them along the point of egress into wherever you are.
All right, maybe we'll just be very careful about keeping watch then.
Okay. What you could do, so I don't want to take away the idea though. If you had something like little bells or something like that, you could string a piece of string through the low grass. And then have that. I mean, you don't need bells. I'm assuming you've got a shit ton of scrap in your pocket. You have already established your character as a very busy-handed individual. So he's probably got all sorts of.
Yeah, we can do that.
Sure. Yep. So once you
to give a little pre-warning.
Sure.
If you're trying to sneak up on us, and
I'll let you use thievery for that. Why don't you give us a thievery check? So I am going to draw for an encounter. See if anything happens while you guys are waiting. Yeah. Okay, so
it's more to give us a bit of early warning in case we muff our.
You know what I'm going to rule that as, Mo, is effectively same thing. Oh, you might want to turn conviction off because you've got that set on your character sheet, but so it's rolling each time. You see, turn the heart off.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to rule that that's just like the scout. So like you're not going to get surprised if there is an encounter. You guys will have warning of it. There is no encounter tonight. Okay. So then, when evening falls, what is the plan here, guys? Are you taking everyone with you? Are you just going with some? What are you thinking? You would have had an hour to recover, Ambrosius, so you get 5 power points back.
Nice. I think we take them all with us, right? I mean, we could presumably we very well run into adversaries if we're tracking down the missing people.
And or they could be used to help guide missing people back if we need to.
Indeed.
Or care for
yes,
them.
if we find them and then we want to go further in. Yeah.
What would be the argument for leaving them? What is it? What would be a good counter argument? What else would be?
What's the opposite of stealthy?
Okay, so too many people. Gotcha. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're untrained. They're town militia. Harsk is pretty freaking quiet, but the rest of them are.
Well, we just keep Harsk with the group. I think it's fine.
Well, let's also find if we find an entrance somewhere we're going in. Maybe we get them to guard the entrance.
Yeah.
And Harsk comes in with us.
Okay. So what I'm saying then is that you're if you're bringing them with you, the likelihood of you guys catching whatever is out there unawares, just so you're aware, is going to be very fucking low. 5 militia with them are not trained adventurers. They're not going to be like, playing brass instruments, but they're not going to be super quiet either.
Yeah, I think we'd leave them to hold the horses, as it were.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean that they would see where you guys are individually, but at wherever you're going, they at least would be maybe aware. Now, what you can also do is, if you do want them to watch the horses, Harsh could keep an eye out. You can assign him to do something as well. If you don't want to bring him with you, you could assign him to, say, keep watch on the town. He's as stealthy as what Mare is out in these regions. Not quite as stealthy as Mare, but still pretty quiet.
What distance did I get a idea of, perhaps, Kevin, of the people? Like general distance?
That is not what it gives you.
Okay.
With a raise, you get...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, general direction... Success gives a general direction and distance. Like I said, I didn't give you the distance. It is within about a half mile of town.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can leave them.
We can leave them. Yeah.
Yeah, let's leave them watching the town. And
guard them.
if it's that close, we don't need to ride there on horses, which is obviously going to be a bit more noisy.
Yeah.
Maybe we should leave the horses and just go on foot, because obviously that's much easier.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good.
What Mare and Kate can tell you too, the horses will kick up dust as well. At night is not as big of a concern, but all right. So then, what are you now? What you will have to cast locate again to sort of find the path again. You knew where it was from the direction that you are, but it doesn't give you like a ping mark on a map necessarily.
Okay. All right. -2.
-2, please. Yeah.
All right.
Go. Nice. Yep.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So you got once again, the eye picks up where it is, and you know where you guys are going. So you ride for you said it was about a little more than an hour outside of town where you went. Are you riding back in, or are you walking? Let's take you. We'll assume.
I think walking for stealthy reasons.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So you guys stalk your way in, and the. And once again, there's mostly open skies tonight, dancing stars above you, and you get to after about 2 hours of travel, you get to a point where, Ambrosius, you're feeling like you're very, very close. You're starting to feel the sense of wherever these people are is down, as opposed to just straight ahead of you. And as you come across this area, you're about maybe 20 or 30 yards out from it. What you can see is that there is the broken stump of some long dead tree. But it would have been a big one back in the day. It's clearly like the Mare, when you see this thing, the way that it's broken, you can tell it's a lightning strike. So there's it's not that this was cut down or whatnot. It's probably was, a lone seed managed to drift in here, take root, and then after centuries maybe of growth, this thing was then struck down by a freak lightning storm. But it's been, it looks like it's been dead for quite some time. But Ambrosius, you can sense that the people are beneath it.
Ambrosius is looking at his map with a little eyeball hovering over it, Bry's eyeball, and he
a bryball?
Yeah, a bryball, and that's most certainly what Ambrosius says, I think. And and as the eyeball gets closer to the map, really close, for because we're closing in and it's underground. And
yeah,
he says, I think we're here. Look at that stump. It's a very suspicious stump.
He gestures and the eye disappears.
It's been struck by lightning.
That makes sense.
Welcome to the ASMR portion of the Dungeon Musings channel. Next, we'll be very slowly turning the pages of rule books close to our minds.
Yes.
So,
what should we do?
What do you guys think?
Do you want me to sneak ahead?
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Stay back, and then I'll effectively stealthily Well, I suppose
Why aren't you whispering?
he'll sort of like crawl up to it.
Sure. Why don't you give us... Let me get a check here. Give us a stealth roll, please.
For a stealthy character, Clockwork sure speaks loud.
Oh, boy.
And I'll spend a penny to re-roll that.
Please do.
Spend all the bennies.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Now, Clockwork, would you kindly... Hold on here. I need my bestiary. Gotta get my bestiary. There you go. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I know what I'm looking for. All right. So, Clockwork, you kind of crouch down and, and you're only 3 foot nothing, at the best of times anyway. 3 apples tall, as they say. And you go racing forward, and he disappears into the weeds. You guys can't even see where he's going. Describe for me how you're planning on approaching this broken tree.
Well, effectively, he's going to, well, on human terms, you'd be snake crawling.
Well, I need actually hold on, Clockwork. I need a notice check from you as well, please.
So he's effectively crawling on all fours there.
Okay. Giant rat, kill it! All right.
I will shoot at the giant rat with the ion pulse rifle.
Yeah.
No, Clockwork,
Careful!
he's
Clockwork's being
taken some
attacked!
flags with him, so we can use them to point the fire from.
Yeah. So
Right,
what?
okay, cool.
You're making your way slowly in, and then you're just going to perk up, and you can hear this humming. And as you get a little closer, it's getting louder. And you realize as you're getting closer to the stump that it is a swarm of flies. That's kind of buzzing over the stump. And you get in close enough, you're about maybe 5 yards away from this. When you get you have to kind of get in close enough to get that angle. And you realize that the flies are kind of buzzing over like a depression or a tunnel leading under the stump. And then there's a sudden like silence. All the buzzing stops. And you're looking to try and figure out where that may have gone. And that is when, unfortunately, you did not roll a high enough notice to spot this. A carpet of centipedes come writhing up and on your legs, biting and stinging as they do. So, let's roll some damage here. 4 points of damage, so it doesn't get through your arm. Well, it doesn't. Armor doesn't apply, but you can. They're biting, but fortunately, it's not getting through your fur or whatnot. But you look down in horror, and you are surrounded by these things. It's going out in like 3 yards in every direction. So we're going to draw cards to drop into some initiative here, guys.
Okay.
Clockwork, you're the focus of us right now, so I'm going to start with you, and then I'll go back and give everyone else cards. 3 cards for you. I'm going to get rid of our Harsk and these guys for now.
Is this considered planes for extra cards?
It is, yes. So you'll get a second card. Ambrosius gets a second card, too.
Nice.
Way ahead of you, Sean. Way ahead of you. I could feel your...
Good job. Good
Madison's
job.
going to fucking miss it again. That son of a...
I was fretting for an hour.
Kate's there, and then
All the tens.
Ace of...
Oh,
Hands up. Anyone spending bennies on new cards?
No.
No? All right. So then, Oh boy. We have, once again, automatic damage on Clockwork. Whew.
No, yeah,
Nope.
it's good. No raises, right?
Yeah. So then it is... Yeah, no raises on that, fortunately. Or no, what do you call it, extra damage. All right, then it is... let's see, hearts is before diamonds, so... Oh, no, spades before anyone. Ambrosius, your turn. I guess you don't really know what's going on yet. So let's assume you guys are holding your cards until Clockwork acts.
Yeah, I think that's best.
Let's see what Clockwork does. Clockwork, what are you doing?
Well, he's presumably rolling about a bit and slapping, so...
He's moving within the swarm?
No, I think I'm actually going to try and get up and run away back to the group.
So... so you're being... that is shaken and a wound. You want to try and spend a Benny and soak that?
Yep, I will.
Okay, go ahead. You do have access to, what do you call it? To conviction as well, too.
Yep. So, just shaken then.
Yeah. 5. Yeah, one success. Yeah, so one success. So you are actually, well, you're shaken. You're not shaken because you got rid of all the wounds.
Oh,
So
right,
you
okay.
managed to shake these things off of you. Then you can go ahead and move. So you're racing.
Yeah, I'm going to...
Do you say
pace
anything?
5. Probably there's some muttering, and he's just going to move his normal pace, which is 5 yards, so to get them away from the group, away from those.
Okay.
So you see him sort of jump up and
Sure.
then sort of backwards 5 yards.
I think everyone else isn't aware of what's going on right now, so I'll just keep you on your held cards for now. Next round, Clockwork, 5. Swarm, a 9. Clockwork, you want to spend a Venny?
No, I've only got the one left. I'll save that.
So this thing surges forward. It has a much faster pace than you. Fortunately, it does not get through. It's still biting at you, but it's completely surrounded you again, too. They seem to be roiling out of the earth and like, off of the things. Like, if you can picture that scene when the Black Rider appears in Fellowship, where they're all just crawling across. That's what's happening right now. It's just like every step you take seems to be more of these, giving more opportunities for these disgusting, biting centipedes to get up and onto you. What are you doing?
He's probably hear him saying, "Damn, I wish I'd got some alchemist fire." He's then going to run back to he's trying to run to get out of the way.
Okay, so it takes another... Fortunately, it is bit again, but it does not... no appreciable damage. So if you're running now, give us a run check. You're still about 20 yards away from your allies.
No, hang on. Where's the run?
Oh, you just clicked on it. That was what you did. Yep. All right, so 9 inches away. All right, then next round. You still haven't made any noise, so unfortunately the guys aren't aware this is what's happening. Clockwork gets a 2.
How far am I away from at this point after I've run?
You're about 11 yards away from them right now.
And so he's running
Or
towards
11
us.
inches away.
Yeah, I will actually share that cockroach swarm.
Okay. So then that's what Clockwork has yelled out, Clockwork Swarm. Clockwork, do you wish to spend a penny to get a new card?
No, I think...
Okay. So
Better things to say
once
about
again,
Benny
these
for him.
things, it surges forward and just covers you. That's, you're shaken? So he sputters out. Ah! You guys can look over and you can see now Clockwork is twisting and kind of like, and you can maybe even pick out 1 or 2 of the larger centipedes being cast off of him. I'm not sure you can see the full swarm yet, but he seems to be covered in something. Then it is Ambrosius. How do you wish to react to that?
Ambrosius whips out her holy symbol, and yells out the blessing of Bry on everybody.
Okay.
So casting protection on the group. That's
Now, the thing is, Clockwork is still 11 inches away.
okay. So let's see.
I mean, that may be in your range.
Let's see. Smarts 8. So 8 inches, 16 yards.
Well, right, 8 inches. He's 11 inches away.
11 inches, so too far. Yeah, I mean, let's see here. Yeah, I'll jump.
I don't really like him. It's
Well, I was debating on how to get everybody. That was my calculation.
Absolutely.
So, he leaps forward to get closer.
Yeah. So then, so you race forward a little bit, and then the blessing of Rye comes down.
Yeah.
It'll what cost you? I guess 5.
It was I haven't done this in a couple weeks. Let's see.
Protection is 2, right?
Let's see. Protection is let's see. So protection is 1, and then +1 for every additional person.
Okay.
So 5 total. Yeah, you are correct, sir.
Okay.
All right, casting.
Go. Oh, nice.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
So there's
nice.
there's the refund. The first channel comes.
Very
into,
nice.
Yeah.
All right, and once again, there's this. What is it? It's like a look of like cogs or something surrounding these guys.
Yeah, I mean electrical. It's a
Yeah.
whoosh, whips out there, and then it looks like he's shorting out, but it's obviously it's protective and.
And then that gives
Excellent.
us 2 on.
And it's toughness, not armor. So that's
Yes,
great.
correct.
That'll actually help you a lot, Mo. Then next up would be hearts. So it'd be Mare. What are you doing, Mare?
I don't know if she has anything that she can do to help Clockwork. She'll draw her Infernal Pistol and hold to see if he clears from whatever's attacking him, and if she has a clear shot, she'll shoot.
Okay.
I don't know if that works, but
So here's what you can also do. You can stomp to inflict your damage in strength each round. You don't need to make a roll of an attack or anything like that. You can just stomp and do damage if you're in melee with it. Sorry, Dave, I was reading the rules on Swarm while you were talking. What is it that Mari's actually doing?
well, she's not really sure if she can shoot at what is fighting him or attacking him, but
Yep.
she's pulled her Infernal Pistol and she's holding a shot in case he breaks away or it's
Okay.
clear that there's an opportunity.
Kate, what are you doing?
He's 11 away, you said?
Yes.
So Kate's going to just run towards him.
Okay.
I have an idea what I want to do, but I got to check to see if I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll just roll my pace. Okay,
Yep.
so I'm 4 away now.
4 away, nice. Yeah, if you're thinking what I think you're thinking, then yes, that ability will be remarkably effective against this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of see how much. I thought I read somewhere. I'll just tell you. I thought I read somewhere that I can use like a burst, but I can factor out allies, but at cost points.
Yes, that's right. You absolutely are correct. Yep, it's a power modifier, one of the power modifiers you get for it. So, Clockwork,
That's my idea.
do you want to spend a Benny to unshake, or you want to roll to unshake?
I'll roll to unshake.
Go right ahead.
So I'm 4 away from him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta see that.
Success. Yep, you can act. What are you doing?
I'm going to move my normal pace, and then effectively I'm going to stomp, or effectively probably just roll on the ground and try and smash them.
Okay, so you're either in the swarm and attacking them and subject to their attacks, or you're moving out of it.
Oh, so I can move out of it at this point.
Yeah, you can move out of it. I mean, now that you're unshaken.
Then-
Oh yeah,
it's
I will
just
move
that-
out of it with my pace then.
Okay, then but again, you get a free strike on you. So that's why I'm rolling damage on you
Yeah, yeah.
twice around. Okay. So let me roll on here.
Well,
Okay, fortunately it's not getting through though. So you get out and are not bit. So you're out of the swarm now, but it does seem like it's coming towards you. Next round, Ambrosius.
So when he clears the swarm, that would trigger Mare's held action because he's no longer. But is there anything physical to shoot, or is it just a lot of bugs?
As soon as you can see grass, and you can
So
see,
then she doesn't shoot.
yeah. Are you still holding an action, or are you drawing a card?
I'll draw a card because
Okay.
I don't think she'll just be like, oh,
Yeah.
this is easy.
Okay, 2 for you. All right, and 1 for Clockwork. Nice. Look at that, you guys. Jeez.
I don't see that Joker face. Come on.
Oh, good.
Queen of Clubs. All right, hands up. Anyone taking a card? Nope. All right. So first up will be Queen of Spades, which is Ambrosius. What are you doing, Ambrosius?
So I see our rat friend trying to outrun them in a sense.
Yeah, like I think you've spotted at this point when the lightning sort of appears on him, he's covered in like writhing centipedes.
I am going to hold for this time.
Okay. So you're holding an action. Then next will be Kate. Hearts comes
Kate's
for
gonna
clubs.
move. I guess. What's this guy? Did he pass me?
Clockwork can only move
I ran-
5, so he's probably he maybe did. Did Clockwork run towards Kate or to kind of the side?
Moved towards Kate.
Okay, so he's 1 yard past you or 1 inch past you now.
So the swarm followed him, I guess.
Is going to be. It looks like, yeah.
Okay. Well, so if he's out of the swarm, all right, I'll just move towards it, so I can move 5. So I'll move towards it. Now I don't have to spend that extra point.
Nice.
Points, so I will burst at it.
Okay. Speak some arcane words, make gestures, and then gout of fire.
Yep, it'll be fire. Fire kills bugs, I think.
Yep.
All right. Okay, nice.
Oh, do you have the spell? Because it should then gives you the option of rolling damage.
Yeah, I'll roll the spell. I have the damage on the spell, but I didn't see where I could roll. Like,
if you click on it, it automatically rolls the spell casting first, as long as it's set up that way.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Let's see here.
Oh.
Okay. So
I did spell casting, so I got the spell off, and then the damage is.
Yeah. So here, give me 1 second. I'll quickly change because you can set all the stuff up so it does it all in one click.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, just like the weapons. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, where are we here?
It's burst. Don't ignore blast. I'm gonna get it at some point, but
okay,
I haven't gotten it yet.
Well, I think you had prepared that. Okay, so
yeah, I did that for research, but I'm gonna get it at some point, but I just haven't gotten it yet. There are other things to get.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all set up for you, Carl. Next time you can just click on that.
Attack and damage. Got it.
Yeah, all together. All right, so however, that is a great roll, and it just cooks. You can hear them popping and sparking. That is a hit and a wound. Mm-hmm. The bugs are gone. Clockwork, a last one kind of crawls out of your ear and down your face, and you're like, what?
Oh, nicely done, Kate.
No problem. You're welcome.
Well, there was some buzzing of flies in there, so I think possibly all this sort of noise upstairs has probably distracted anyone. So I think we can just go up to it normally.
Okay. With that additional information, who has training in occult?
I do.
You can go ahead and make an occult roll.
Okay.
Anyone who's trained in occult can go ahead and make a roll.
I will check.
Nice. All right. Okay. So Ambrosius, Kate had successfully identified it as gremlins before, and as I mentioned, there are some gremlins are like there's different kind of breeds of them, as it were. Let me just see if I can find here. There's a terrific illustration of the specific type, and with a roll that good, you do know the type now. Okay. Let me see if I got it in my library here. Yes, I do. Okay. I'll give you a handout here, guys. So, you're hearing about the insects and the flies and the centipedes. Your shoulders kind of slump, and you're like, "Oh, I know what this is. It's mites." The reason that you know that it's mites is because they have like I said last time, the gremlins are kind of like, they're very similar to like kobolds or goblins, but they are descended from fey creatures that drifted from the first world. And like other things like pixies and whatnot, they still, even though they are twisted and corrupted and vicious, they have a still some of that magical legacy of the first world. First world is the name in the what do you call it in Paizo, or in the Golarian setting, for the realm of the Fae. It's not just like the developed world. They have industry and highways. Their particular Fae gift is that they have a unnatural connection to and control over all sorts of vermin. From tiny little things to big swarms of things to enormous, oversized versions of the vermin.
It's the mites. It's it makes sense. It's just it all fits.
Yeah. So if that's the case, they may have had a swarm of flies as lookouts.
So the swarms communicate back to the mites then?
What you know is that
Well, I'm asking-
mites can communicate to insects, but
Okay, well I think maybe we just need to assume we've been blown, so we just go up and see if we can find a way in. And does anyone have any alchemist fire? I forgot to buy any before leaving.
Why would we assume that it's blown?
Well, assuming that those cockroaches and flies communicated it back.
centipedes.
Centipedes. Well, I'm asking Ambrosius that. Is the communication two-way?
They were probably put out as lookouts. Is that right, Kevin?
What you know is they can speak to these things, and what has happened is that if Clockwork describes, which he hasn't done yet, what happened to him, then
I'll describe how there was a buzzing and then it stopped and then the centipedes hit me.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
looks
almost like
sounds like a lookout. Clockwork's probably right. They probably know our presence.
That doesn't mean we should just go barreling in, though.
No.
Well, you mean we set up a blockade around the edge and see what comes out? But I mean, if there are people down there, we want to get in and if they've got prisoners or hostages, we maybe need to thinking about rescuing them sooner rather than later.
I think we should still try and sneak in, but that's okay. We don't need to do what I want.
Well, do you think wait and try and sneak in later? But we might just hit another swarm of cockroaches and...
Are we worried about us getting injured, or are we worried about saving the people?
Yeah, that's Clockwork's point, Now they know we think we know they're here. They might hurt the people down there.
Oh, Carl, you're muted. If you're talking to us.
Yeah, I was.
So sorry. What'd you say?
I mean, Cadus, we should go now because Mario is correct. It's more about saving the people, and I mean, really, Clockwork. You just saw my pest control example there. We're fine.
Lead the way.
All right. So then with that, what you guys make your way up to, and all of you can hear that buzzing again as you approach the broken stump. And the stump itself is still about 5 feet tall, so at the highest point, and then it's kind of jagged down to where the other side of the tree once was. Whatever happened to the tree, whether it was taken away to the town or it just rotted away, this is the only thing that remains, only indication that there was ever a tree here. But as I described to Clockwork, there's that fairly large tunnel. It's about 2 feet wide. That leads down into underneath the thing. And this is not like the tunnel you saw, Kate, where it was buried over. This is something that you could crawl down into, like as if some enormous badger, made a home beneath this thing, beneath the tree.
Badgers? We don't need no stinking badgers.
It's low-hanging fruit. What you experience as well is the exact same thing to what Clockwork heard. Is that the buzzing is happening until you get about 5 yards away, and then it stops and is silent. But you study the ground and keep your eye out for anything coming up. Nothing comes up from the ground like what attacked Clockwork before.
Okay.
So who wants to go in the tunnel first?
Well, you're the sneaky guy.
Okay, I'll go up to. I assume it's
And
like a hollowed
you
out.
could probably crouch. We have to crawl.
Yeah.
You can
I assume it's
crouch.
like a hollowed out tree, and you go inside it, and then there's something going down.
No, it's as I described. There's a tunnel underneath it going
under
in.
the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can at least stand up.
You don't
We have
call
to crawl.
it's not a hidey hole. They haven't hollowed out the tree. It's been buried underneath the tree. There's a tunnel under the tree that leads down.
Yep.
Right, I see. So
As if dug by badgers. Like
okay,
Yeah.
I'll go up to the entrance and carefully checking to make sure there's no trip or hazards. He's going to like. So I've got low light or dark vision.
Dark vision.
Dark vision. In that case, I will carefully sneak my way in.
Okay, so Clockwork is taking the lead here.
And,
Yeah.
I'll sort of mime to the others, make noise.
Kate's gonna have to sheath the sword and
Yep.
go with her hand crossbow.
Sean,
Do you want to let
and
me get in
spells.
10 or 15 feet?
You
Yeah.
live,
And then hear me screaming, you can come and get me.
Sean, you live pretty close to it. But have you ever been to the Avenue of the Giants, where all the redwoods are, north of you guys?
Oh, Muir Woods? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it kind of? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there last weekend.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because there's that. I've heard that it's burned down, but it was when I did my road trip through there. I did that. We can drive through the redwood.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure what that is. That's a little farther, but it's amazing.
Beautiful.
I mean, it's so amazing.
Yeah. Yep. I think I liked the Mojave better, but it's a very, very close second for what I liked about it. It's a beautiful area. Okay.
Really, really pretty.
So then, guys, what Clockwork does is he will head down first, and I think what we'll do, let's take our mid-session break, refresh our beverages. Chocolate break. Yeah, as the case may be. We'll check in and say howdy to the chat for everybody. And then we will see what Clockwork finds down there. So back momentarily, folks. Alrighty. So, Anna says hi to everybody. Nice, sweetie. Someone did not want to come back inside. Yes, everyone gets a Benny for getting back, Mo. Yeah. Okay. Hi, everybody. Brian, what's going on? Some smoke down there. Oh, geez, sorry. Glad to hear it's cleared up. Wayne, what's going on? Jeffrey, danger of the multiverse. You know it. Matt, what's going on? Oh, nice. So, Matt, I'm glad that we helped. Yeah, I mean, like, I know there's a lot of different virtual tabletops, but they, you know, we just Roll20. I know how to get it to do what I want it to do for the most part, and we have problems with it sometimes, but you know, we would have problems with whatever program we ended up using, because often as the case, it is a problem between keyboard and chair as opposed to the program itself. So, whoops. Let's see here. Yeah, and OBS is what I use for mixing this to go to the stream. I've been having some weird audio issues the last little bit, but again, I imagine that's a problem between keyboard and chair. Crom, what's going on? Happy, and happy Father's Day to you too. Thank you very much for all the dads and for all the dads in our audience as well too. Happy Father's Day. Okay, guys, let's see here. Clockwork, you are going down. Drop it. Good girl. Okay, and also wants to play quite desperately. Let's see here. So let me put you guys in a kind of a timeout box here. Let's go to the dynamic lighting and do this. And I will let Mo describe for you what he sees. So let's do this. Go. Alright, and Kate. Alright, so let me bring you over here, Clockwork. Yes. So as you climb down, Clockwork, would you give me another notice check, please? So unfortunately, Clockwork, you are a little too far down the tunnel before you notice the kind of spider webs you're going through as spiders begin dropping on you. And they're biting. What are you doing? It looks like there's still, from where you can tell, there's still about another maybe foot and a half of the tunnel that then turns and seems to go down. Or you can crawl back another 3 feet. What do you think? Or not 3 feet, it would be another 3 yards. But
it's annoying, but it's not penetrating me. I think I'm going to try and keep going and see what's happening.
Okay. And Ambrosius's abilities would be coming to an end now.
Yes, yeah,
well,
I've just taken that off. So
okay. And where are you guys at in terms of... make note of where you are for conviction and for bennies, because it'll change between the maps, guys. So just take a look here. And then I'll bring you over and I'll let Clockwork describe. So, Clockwork, you finally get through. And this is what you drop down into. Now, what you can see is on the north edge there, there is a tunnel. You drop down sort of from above. This chamber itself is only about 5 feet tall. And what you can see is at the northeastern chamber, there is on the ground another tunnel that kind of goes in and goes down. And it sounds like there is something moving or something making noise down there. And you can likewise hear in the other direction there are voices that are making noise.
So I've literally come in through the ceiling.
Now, remind me one more time, what languages do you speak?
Undercommon, common, and it says already trying to swip. Jotun, Orc, Undercommon, and Common.
Okay. All right, so I gotta check one thing. Just want to remind myself what language these speak. Okay, great. So you can hear in Undercommon, there are these kind of high-pitched, squeaky voices talking to each other, and they are, it seems like they're discussing food.
I'm hungry. I want to eat again. We'll eat soon. The big one brings more food. More food for us. Last one has nothing left on it. Only bones. I'm so hungry. You'll eat soon. Soon you'll eat.
And that's coming from the direction where it says R1.
All right, so down the second tunnel.
Yeah, down the, let me get a little pointer here. Down in this direction.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. There we go. Down in this direction.
Okay.
Up here you can't hear anything, but there is a funky smell coming from down in that direction.
Corpses. How far back up was Kate down the hole?
Kate has not, I'm assuming no one's gone down the hole yet. Has anyone?
Yeah, I thought we were all going in one after the other.
Are you? Okay, so I wasn't sure.
Kate will go next.
Okay.
That's why I put
Then
the
Kate,
order in the
this is
chat.
what you see, Kate, as you crawl out. Now, Clockwork and Kate, would you give me stealth rolls, please? And then Mare, sounds like you're next.
Stealth roll.
And then Ambrosius. Okay, great. Great, Kate, yeah. And then Mare and Ambrosius, would you kindly give us stealth rolls as well, please?
Oh, cleric.
So Ambrosius is the last one through, and it's sort of like
I'm
rattles.
dragging that shield, that big shield
bang,
behind
bang,
me.
bang, bang, bang. Oh, why don't Clockwork, as Ambrosius drops into the chamber, you can hear from down both halls. You can hear voices.
What's that?
In Undercommon. Kate and Mare, if you guys both speak Undercommon, you guys will understand this as well. Or is it Ambrosius and Kate and Clockwork who spoke Undercommon and Mare does not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mari
I'm
speaks
the one who
Dwarvish.
doesn't understand.
Okay, so yeah, you hear this squeaky kind of voice coming from down below, but the rest of you, one of the things you do hear from down to the one to the right is one in Undercommon. You can clearly hear them say,
Get Grabbles and Tickleback. Get them. Get them up there.
Yeah, and Clockwork will quickly say they were talking about eating, and I think they mean prisoners, who the big one had been bringing. So I suggest we get down there ASAP. And he's going to
which way do you want to go?
well, he's going to go down there.
Well, let's do this. You know what? Let's draw cards, and then you guys can choose to go where you want to go. So, let's see here. How am I going to manage this in this?
Your voice are coming from the right side, like that's this.
The reference. The thing is, you can hear. There's lots of voices coming down from down here, and there's some voices coming from up here. Those of you who could understand Undercommon, the reference to Grabbles and Tickleback is from down over here. So, then, yeah, here we go. Let's do this. So, Ambrosius, Ace of Hearts, Mare, 5 of Spades. I'm going to place these so that they are as unobtrusive as I can make them. Clockwork is a 2, and Kate. 6. Now I got to go draw extra cards for Ambrosius. 4. And then your enemies are a 10 of spades right now. I am not spending a Benny. Anyone want to hands up? Anyone spending Bennies?
Let's see.
Clockwork is? Okay.
The cards are inside the darkness a little bit. What?
You should be able to see the corner. Your Ace of Hearts is your best card.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So you got a 5 of Hearts for Clockwork, so it's better than your other one.
Don't forget to upgrade your
Benny. Yep, everyone gets 1 Benny from getting back from the break.
Oh, yeah.
And update your conviction if you haven't used it, because it didn't transfer over.
Yep.
I'll also take another card.
Okay. Let's see what you get here. They're on a 10 of clubs, as a reminder. 5 of diamonds, so your 6 is your better one. You can keep spending bennies if you like. What do you guys think? No? All right, so first up would be Ambrosius then on an Ace of Hearts. What are you thinking?
I mean, I'm in the back, so I'm gonna hold.
Okay. So you're holding. Then it is, I guess, them on a 10. So you can hear them shouting at each other.
Get ready, they're coming down. Send the small ones, men.
And you can hear them kind of chittering and kind of clicking. And then you can hear more speaking or more references in that that northeastern thing to Tickleback.
Get Grabbles and Tickleback. Wake them up. Something's down here.
And then you hear one final voice say,
Maybe they're delivering. Maybe it's food.
and then you hear a crash as that one is hit by something heavy. Then it is Kate. What are you doing?
Maybe we should just told them it's the pizza boy.
Oh, you're muted, Carl.
I guess we'll go. Yeah, I guess we'll go this way to the southeast, southwest on the map.
Okay, to the southeast. Okay, so down over here.
Yeah, down that way.
Okay, so it'll be. Let's see here. Each of these squares will be 1 inch. So if you do want to make your way down there,
Right.
yeah, I mean you're, I think stout enough to fit. Let me bring you over to what you can see here. So you're coming out over here, Kate. Let me ping you. Unfortunately, there is, it looks like a cavern of these mites that are in here, all talking. And would you give us an athletics check? All you need to beat is a 2.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to assume that you're going to dive for cover when you come out and see them, rather than moving your way into the chamber.
Yeah, I'll go like over here in the corner. Are they all have weapons out or what?
Yeah, like they've all sort of readied weapons and are about to throw at you, so you're able to act first. Like I'm asking whether you want to kind of like duck back into the tunnel.
Or just unleash hell? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, you could still. I mean, you would have to run, I think, in order to get down there, because most of your pace is only a 5, isn't it?
All right, they'll duck back behind the cover then.
That's what I thought. Okay, so
I had
yeah,
to crawl, right?
Yeah, sure. So you'll duck back, and then you can see these vicious little darts that seem to have just something disgusting on the end. You see one of them hit the ground. There's some kind of resin on them, and they, you can hear them shouting in undercommon.
I hit one! I hit one! No, you didn't. I hit one.
They're all taking credit for something that didn't actually happen because you were not hit by anybody.
Yeah.
Next up is... Oh, go ahead.
I guess I will... Does everyone speak Orcish?
Mare does.
Well, I'll do...
I think I do too.
Yep, I do.
All right, so I will say...
Yeah, I do too.
I will hiss back. I don't know if you guys can hear or not. I'll try to hiss back as best as possible in Orcish. Six mites.
Okay. 6 of the buggers.
It's funny we all speak our second common languages work.
Nice. There's a lot of orcs in Scrapwall and in the Feldales. So okay, so then Mare, you're up next. What are you done? And Ambrosius, you feel free to interrupt whenever you want to try and take a turn.
Okay.
Mare says she'll be rear guard and she's going to hold her card to let the others go first.
Okay. And then it is Clockwork's turn. What are you doing, Clockwork?
Okay. He was going to. Is this tunnel on an incline? Could he like slide down?
I mean, it would. The net result is you have to use his pace to get down there, unless you want to run.
Do I think I might get into combat if I did that?
That is. We were talking before about like good metagaming and bad metagaming. This is the latter.
He will effectively leap into the tunnel and effectively run down it, sliding on his backside.
Sure. So if you want to run, go ahead and give us a... okay, Clockwork runs 9. So, Mo, you can still move another...
Yeah.
I got you down here. You can still move another 4 squares if you like. And you can still take an action as well, too. You're just at -2 for all your actions.
Yeah, might as well get on the back side of him.
And my apologies for bringing everyone down into darkness, too. I don't have a way of selectively reorienting everyone.
Are you going to move? You should move across so we can flank him. But
yeah, he'll move to there. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
4, I think.
Oh, boy. You got a couple free strikes on you, then.
Oh,
I thought they already acted. Okay.
Yeah, they can still... A free strike is a free action.
I'll just go to there, then, and take the 1.
Take the 1? Okay. So then, let's see here. Well, your parry is a 7?
7.
Yeah, great. So he swings at you, but miss... Oh, gang opponents, though. Very narrowly misses you. You duck underneath these little vicious-looking daggers, but then you can go ahead and take your action. What do you want to do?
I will punch the one that's immediately to the north of me.
Yeah, let me just put them on the squares here for you.
Oh, sorry, that I didn't count the -2 in that, so that's obviously a miss.
Okay, so you swing. Yeah, I think you're just being overly defensive at this point. Then...
I'm not going to.
Okay, is that it for you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then last up will be Ambrosius, if you choose to do anything, or do you want to keep holding a card?
How close would you say the party is together at this point?
Well, I don't think you can target your allies with spells because it's going through a winding... Like, they're down through winding tunnels, so it's be casting through Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think that you can... they're not in line of sight any longer.
I'll hold my card.
Okay, so you're holding your action. All right, next round, guys. We're getting closer to those jokers, I'm sure of it. Mare, you are getting 3. Promising jokers, delivering crap. Clockwork, you are getting a joker. There you go. Everyone gets a Benny.
Nice.
And Clockwork has +2 to all his actions. Kate gets a 7. And the Mites are acting on a 7 of hearts. I'll spend a Benny and get a new card for that. Let's see. 6 of hearts. That ain't better. You're taking a new one as well, Mare? Okay.
I'll take a new one as well.
Okay. So there we go. Mare, Queen of Diamonds. And Kate, Ace of Spades. Pretty awesome.
Nice.
Anyone else hands up any cards? No? Great. Then, Clockwork, you have your choice of whether you wish to go first or whether you want to wait.
I'll go now.
Okay.
So, first thing is to boost my fighting.
Okay.
Which is 2 power points.
Clockwork get a joke.
He did get a joker. Yeah, you get a Benny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes, because I was down to 1, so I got that.
Okay.
And then he's going to punch the guy in front of him.
Please do. So hold on. Remember, if you're taking a multi-action penalty, you got to decide that before you make your rolls.
I'm not. Does the power count as an action?
No. Power does not, but your attack. Like if you choose to attack more than one thing, remember you do need to declare that now so you can calculate your penalties properly.
Yeah, I do have the two-fisted.
Right, but
so
that's still a second.
Multi-attack.
You still all that does
is it
allows you.
-2.
Mo, stop talking. It allows you to ignore. You still have to declare multi-actions though.
Yes, I'm going to hit twice.
Okay, so that's good. All right, so then you go ahead. You get +2 to hit with both of these.
Not on the second one, I don't think. But
Joe, you drew a joker, so you get +2 to both of them. Go ahead. And remember, don't click on your skill. Click on your attack, guys. That's a miss.
No, I haven't.
Oh, that
done
was
it
your
yet. I
last
just
attack. Okay,
adjusting
yeah.
That's
Go ahead.
Yeah, I
round.
was just adjusting the. Oh, for fuck's sake, where is it? There we are. Fist. Let's do.
Okay, here we go. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, sorry, that should be +2 as well. Is it damage?
It, +2 to damage as well. Yeah, that's just a crap
No,
roll.
so that's 8.
All right, you've shaken one of them, and then go ahead and make your second attack. Do you want it on the same one, or you want to attack a different one?
No, I assume I'm punching and then kicking the guy behind me to the diagonal.
Okay,
assuming
sure.
I can...
Go ahead, make your attack roll. +2 to this. There we go. Yep, hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage. There you go. One of these things, its little form just crumples underneath your kick. I guess you're about the same size, though. All right. So then, Clockwork, unless you're moving, that's the end of your round, and we're on to Kate.
So is this guy in melee with me?
You can move your pace and still get within melee for him.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to move you off to where you couldn't see.
Gotcha.
But you did.
I think I'll take a shot at this guy.
Okay, what are you doing?
Since I have the crossbow out.
Oh, I didn't know you got your crossbow out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I can't really.
Sure, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay. Oh, it's a miss.
Now spend a Benny.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a Benny.
Okay. Whack. There you go.
There you go.
Hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll damage. It's the first time you've used your hand crossbow, right?
Yeah. 8 points.
So that is a... Oh, yeah, with a raise. That's enough to take him down.
Yeah, nice. And then, and then I can move, right?
You can, yeah.
Then I'll move in to here.
Okay. All right.
Is there enough room to draw the sword or not?
In here? Yeah, because you're a dwarf.
Okay.
So you're not... like if you
I'll
were...
draw if
Yeah.
I can. If not, I'll just wait till next round.
All right. Then next up will be Ace of Hearts. Ambrosius, are you taking an action, or...
So who can I see at this point? I can see Mare right there,
You
right?
can see Mare, and that's it right now, yeah.
And that's it. And they've run down the same tunnel.
They have. Yeah, they both Clockwork and Mare went down, and Kate went down the exact same tunnel.
Can I get by Mare?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, she's not in your way.
You know what? I think I'm gonna let I think I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna keep holding.
Yeah, keep holding. All right, so then Mare, you're up next. What are you doing?
She's like, I was going to be rear guard, but if you're going to stand here, I'm going in. She moves down the tunnel.
Okay, so let me say about 5 pace to get down. That puts you about
Ambrosius can bore people to sleep. Remember, so.
Yep,
there.
that's right.
All right, then Kate. So that's what you see, Mare. Do you want to take any actions?
That's just her move.
That's just your move, yeah.
She had a pace of 6. So
Yeah.
Then yeah, she'll shoot the infernal pistol at one of those guys in the back.
Sure, go ahead.
This guy's not in melee yet, I think. So.
No, he's on his own. Oh, man.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Spend a Benny, go ahead. All right, so you get down there. There's a flash of light as your Numerian thing. It's a hit, no raise. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man, yeah. Vaporize him. And then it is, unless Ambrosius is taking an action now, it'll be the Mite's turn.
Yeah, I will. At this point, so I see Mare surge into the tunnel, and I'm gonna fly in behind her, and trying to get my eyes on my party.
All right, so you're actually not able to get out of the tunnel yet because there's too many of them in the way.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put you here for now.
Okay.
Also because something is happening.
Uh-oh.
Dun dun dun.
Coming up that other tunnel, and then racing down after you.
Okay.
Are a bunch of these. And because of the size of them, 2 of them can attack you this turn. Now, they had to run, so they are getting a penalty here. But yeah, you sort of crawl your way down, Ambrosius, and you can't quite get past... Malray's not out of this 2-foot-high tunnel just yet. She's taking a shot from kind of a crouch position. Clockwork and Kate are fighting in this cramped little chamber, and you hear from behind you,
Yeah, we'll get him, we'll get him, we'll get him, we'll get him.
and you look behind and see these awful little blue-skinned gremlins coming towards you. Your parry is currently a 8. Oh, you don't have your shield out. You can't use your shield in here.
Okay. Yep.
So how much of your parry comes from your shield?
2.
2. Okay, so it's a 6 then. All right, so I need a 5 to hit you with the gang up. Let's see here. Oof. You're able. Oh, I got bennies. I'll spend a benny reroll. I say not. They can't get through, but those bennies are. Yep. Oh, there we go. That's 2 hits. One of them with a raise. All right, so the first one is D. They really do not do a lot of damage. One of the upsides to fighting these little weakling things. Oh, I can actually roll in chat for you. So here we go. 7, which I don't think gets through your toughness. Nice. Okay, so yeah, one of them gets in, and you can hear that little, crude dagger is stabbing up against some of your armor. And then the second
from behind.
Here we go.
Yelping out.
Oh, totally. Oh, right in the gap between your where your armor meets your neck.
Yeah.
So your toughness was an 8. I talked about the past tense already. Your toughness is an 8. That is so that's shaken with 2 wounds. Do you want to spend a benny and choke that?
I do indeed.
Okay.
Let's see. Soaking.
I'll move you out just a scooch so it's a little easier to grab your token there.
Oh, there we go.
Look at that!
There we go.
All right, so that is a success with 2 raises. So somehow Bry is with you, and as this little thing's about to get in on you, you sort of push his hand to the side, and it kind of scrapes along the base of your armor, and he withdraws. Oh, jeez. Then these ones down below scream out in that chittering kind of sound again, and then you hear the sound of, it sounds like little picks being put into a wall, but tons and tons of them. And a huge centipede comes crawling out, roiling over towards you, Clockwork.
Oh man.
Then, so let's make these. I got to unshake for that 1 might. He is still not able to get himself back up from your hit. I have 2 attacking. I'll do 1 attacking Clockwork because they're too stupid to really kind of teamwork here. Clockwork, he gets a +1. That is not good enough to hit you. Right, your parry's at 8 now. So one of them tries to get you with that, that little dagger kind of in a stabbing up motion. You hop on one foot, and your foot kind of blocks the top of his arm, so he can't get it in all the way. And then that one on you, Kate, is going to. Nope, there's no way that's a hit either. Even with your only your what do you call it? Your greatsword out, that is not sufficient. Then, from over here, they come walking over, and they see what's going on. They're cheering, but not doing anything yet. And then you can hear, Ambrosius, from where you are, you hear the sound of something like large mandibles chattering from somewhere up in the tunnel, from behind where these mites are. Then the centipede on Clockwork. Let's see what he's going to do. So, where is Voyman? Voyman, where is he? Where? Sorry, guys. They have wisely. They did what. Remember what the Monster Manual or Monstrous Manual did, where they sort of consolidated a whole bunch of monsters under one category? So if you're looking for T-Rex, it's not under T, it's under D for dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, it's the same thing with this, which is fine. It's just you gotta. Sometimes it takes a little bit of.
Yeah.
Okay, what What is the name that they've chosen to give?
Does that mean zombies are under you for undead?
Exactly. It's like, all right, hold on. If I was in the mind of the designers, what would I have called these things or categorized them as? Like, wolf is under dog. All right. All right, it's just fine. I'll use a... there's one in another one of the adventures as well, too. Nice thing with the adventures is they do introduce a fair amount of new monsters as well that aren't in the bestiary. So, here we go. This thing, then, on you... Oh, boy. And your toughness is... parry is currently an 8. I got a gang-up bonus of +2 on you. So it brings it down. I need a 6 to hit you. Miss. I'll spend a Benny. Miss again. I'll spend one more Benny because this is a wild card. 6. There we go. 12. Okay, I hit with a raise. And your toughness is currently a 7. All right, so I will need a vigor check from you, please. Clockwork afterwards. No modifier. No particular reason. Poison. But... Okay, and then I got a raise on this, so... Here we go. Nice! Yep. So you'll shake off whatever poison is in this thing's mandibles. But the damage you take... oh, shit. 16, 20... I should roll this in chat, actually. Hold on. I'm doing that for everyone else, so let me return the favor to you there, Mo. And what a favor it is. When you see what I'm rolling. Alright, here we go. 12. So you are hit with a ray. So you take 1 wound. Do you want to spend a Benny and soak that?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So go ahead. You guys are all sitting on conviction, too. Remember, you can't take... I mean, you can take it with you, but if you choose to make use of that stuff, you can feel free to do so.
Can't take it with you if you die.
Nice. Yep. So yeah, Clockwork, you this thing is almost ready to snap those things on you, and you're able to extricate yourself before it finally snaps down, and those jaws are mighty enough to have collapsed your tiny ribs. And I believe, guys, that brings us to the end of the round. We had a joker, so we're going to reshuffle here. There we go. Shuffle. Now, let's dole out some cards here. Ambrosius, you get 2 cards. First one is a 9. Second one is a Queen of Hearts. Pretty good. Mare, you are getting... Let's see here. Now, your favorite terrain is not disgusting underground gremlin lair, right? No?
No, it's...
You know, we talked about that before as a possible option.
I was going to take a secondary terrain of Under Prairie, but I didn't this time.
Next time.
All right, so Queen of Clubs is pretty good, though. Kate, King of Diamonds. Pretty awesome. Clockwork, come on. Ace of Hearts. Awesome. Wow. For the Mites, a 4 of Hearts, and for the Giant Centipede, Ace of Spades.
Ooh.
I don't like how... yeah, you guys are kicking my ass with this. I'm not going to bother spending anything. So unless anyone hands up anyone want to take a card, no? You're all happy with your face cards? That's fine. All right, first up is Clockwork then. What are you doing, Clockwork?
Okay, I'm going to power up Spite on my little paws.
Okay.
And that's the full 3 point plus 4. And I'm going to hit the centipede twice.
Awesome. Okay, so then go right ahead. Here, let me get your... parry is going to be a 7. So you need a 7 to hit. So that's, unless we want to spend a Benny, that's a miss. Oh, you didn't include your +2 in that. Oh, there's no +2 because you don't have a joker this turn.
It's not Joker. Well, can I put my conviction in that?
You can, yeah. So roll 1d6.
Oh, these explode, don't they?
They do, yeah, 1d6 exclamation mark.
Come on, conviction. We'll pretend Jeff's rolling conviction. He always rolls.
Yeah, he rolled insane that one time.
Nice.
That is enough. So +2 to your damage. So that is enough to bump it up to a hit with no raise. Go ahead and roll damage. Toughness is a 10. So Go ahead and roll damage there, Clockwork, +2. All right, so it hit. You've shaken it.
It's pretty good.
I'm going to spend a Benny to unshake. Go ahead and make your second attack.
So this is at -2.
No. Why would it be at -2?
I've got
Oh,
the two
because
fists,
you don't have
it's
ambidextrous
multi-action.
yet.
It's still a multi-action. I haven't bought ambidextrous yet.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So actually,
still-
that's
But that's a hit with a raise, though.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll damage. It's 10.
And +4
And
from power.
+2 from the conviction. So that's 10. So it's a hit with a wound.
Okay.
I'll spend a Benny and soak that.
Does the -2 count across all attacks, though?
Sorry?
Does the -2 count across all attacks?
No, the reason he's getting the -2 is because he's using
The
an
minus-
offhand. And he doesn't have
offhand,
ambidexterity.
Oh, okay. So it's not like
Yeah,
rapid.
that
Okay,
might
so-
be my next one.
So you hit this thing, but it soaks it. So that was a solid hit, but it has soaked that wound. Kate, you're up next. What are you doing?
Okay. She's going to probably multi-action cast Smite, and then attack.
Okay.
I start clearing the way.
All right. So go ahead and give us your so it'll be -2 to your for multi-action.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll your smite.
No.
You spend a Benny.
He's so close. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that.
You have conviction too.
Oh yeah, you got
yeah.
conviction. That might be more
I
effective.
can choose after, right? Oh, maybe. I just need one, right?
Yeah, you see
1
one.
point.
So
I'll use conviction. This looks like a.
okay, so roll
I've used-
1d6 exclamation mark.
And then
you
it's
for reminding me.
one Benny to keep your conviction across the next round, Kev.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. There you
Okay,
go. Nice.
7.
So that's a hit. So then that activates your smite. So now you have a net of +2 to hit on this attack, and you'll do +6 damage.
Okay.
Okay. So +2 to hit and +6 to damage. You're digging in.
Yeah. It's,
There you hit with a raise. Go ahead and roll
Nice.
damage. And +6 to damage. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
your sword flares to life with fire.
And then I'm gonna
through.
move up.
Okay. Awesome.
That was the idea.
Yep. Then it is let's hear. Hearts would be Ambrosius first. You could choose to delay and let Mare try and get out of your way. The reason you're not able to get in that room right now is because Mare's blocking the door. Do you want to go first, Ambrosius, or do you want to?
Can he go through her?
No, because it's normally you can, but like it's such a small opening. Yeah.
Just run a tunnel, right?
I'll hold.
You hold? Okay. So then, Mare, what are you doing?
Damn it! I was going to use the rock and roll thing, and if I don't move, I can multi-attack.
Ambrosius is just very politely, get the fuck out of the way!
I mean,
That's
I'm
not
probably
gonna happen.
bumping her, like, you know,
Yeah.
like,
It's probably a very polite.
yeah.
So
If
is
you
that
could kindly
enough to
extricate yourself from my passage.
Is that enough? Is that one move enough to give Ambrosius a space
That's
to
enough.
get in?
That's enough for him to squeeze out. Yeah. Well, to
Okay.
get into the room at least.
Yeah, that's fine. So then she'll still multi-attack, but I'm going to use my conviction now.
Okay. Nice. So I'll adjust your thing. Oh. All right. So you got a 1.
Okay, so I'm going to multi-attack. So I
Okay. So
have a
then
-2 penalty.
yeah, it'll be a net -1 for the. Well, hold on. So there's a difference between multi-attack or using your increased rate of fire. You can fire your increased rate of fire for every action you take.
Oh,
You're chewing through ammo then, but
right. So I'll just do rate of fire then, because
sure. So then that's a net of -1 because of the recoil.
okay, then I will.
So we'll say things. You make your attack roll, make it again. We'll use a skill dice from the second one to count as your
minus
extra dice.
one on both, right?
-1 on both, yes. Oh my goodness! Oh, shit. You may want to spend a Benny to re-roll because you'll hit one of your allies with that.
Yeah, I don't want to hit my ally, so
Okay.
I'll
You
re-roll.
did.
Yeah, spend a Benny and then re-roll with net minus
So
1.
you land counters the -1, so it's a +1.
Yeah, so now it's a +1. Correct.
So something hit.
Yes, so that one is a hit. No raise, and then roll one more time. With a net +1. There
Nice.
you go. Nice. Hit with a raise. All right, so then you've got 2 hits, one of them with a raise, one of them without. Are you shooting against the centipede?
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
without a raise damage.
Okay, without a raise damage, 13 is shaken. I am not going to spend a Benny. Go ahead, make your second one. Hit with oh, wait, you got a raise. Yeah, I'm going to spend a Benny and unshake. Okay, go ahead.
With a raise.
Is 12. That is shaken again.
I thought you hit 3 times.
Twice. His wild die was a 3.
Because the first 2 I count as 1 attack, and I re-rolled.
Yeah,
So I
got
didn't
it.
hit you.
And you take the best 2 dice.
Got it.
Yeah, it doesn't have a rate of fire 3. But you're right, Carl. Like if it was a rate of fire 3, he'd roll 3 skill dice, and then take the best 3, including the wild die. All right, so Mare's out of the way now. It is so yeah. You zorch this thing twice. It scorches its carapace one time. But the second time, you seem to have ducked it down, and it may be vulnerable, or it ducked down in the cavern to get away from you, and it may be vulnerable. Ambrosius, so you still have these 2 little shits in your way. Sorry, honey. What do you want to do? The way to get down into the open passage is clear now.
So, is it possible for me to cast a spell and then move? That's okay, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
I think I'm going to do that because I think I'm going to be causing some free attacks. So let's get that. So so she's kind of emboldened because she feels like there's this pressure in front of her, which was Mare. As he's going, oh my, get out of the way, and finally it clears, and she's like, hurrah, and pulls out her holy symbol and says, protection of Bri. Now, can I see anyone at this point?
I think you can see Mare's back, but that's it until you get out of this tunnel. You can picture it's only about 2 feet wide, right? And it's dug out of the earth, so...
I think I'm going to just do myself at this very second. So.
Okay. You guys are fine!
Charity starts at home. So.
Exactly.
All right.
What are you doing?
I think it's just a...
Nice.
There we go.
+2.
And the channeling comes into play.
It does,
so it's
absolutely.
actually free. It was a freebie because it was a 1.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Nice.
So I get +2 to my protection, and then I'm going to move. So I go, and I'm
Sure.
probably not too far on the heels of Mare as I spill,
Yep.
into the room behind.
One, I still need a 5 to hit you, though, so it's not... Yeah, they actually miss, and I'm out of... So they're
Nice.
trying to get you as you go. Let me move you down to
Cool.
the room here. So you spill out. So you're, oh, thank God. And you look around, and there's this, 9-foot-long centipede that's snapping at Kate and Clockwork. You're like, the tunnel may have been better.
Right.
All right,
Yeah.
so speaking of the centipede, it is up next. So I will... Yes, I'm going. All right, I'm going to attack with it. Or it will
shaking.
attack. Oh, it's shaken, right? I need to make a unshake check here first. That's your vigor. All right, here we go. Success. I can act. Then it will attack. I got frenzy, so I'll put 1 dice towards Kate, 1 towards Clockwork. Let's see what we get here. All right, I got a neither of you guys. So this thing is trying to get in and trying to connect with you guys, but your defenses are too strong. So it is unable to hit you. That is the end of its turn. Then it is the might. So I got 1 that's got to still unshake. Still not shaken. You really knocked the wind out of that guy, Clockwork. The other one's going to attack Clockwork, I guess, because that's the only one he can reach. Clockwork's parry. I need a 6 to hit him, though. That ain't good enough. Then, from behind Ambrosius, we see spilling out into the what do you call it? Into the cavern. Yeah, 2 of these things. One will attack Mare, one will attack Ambrosius. Ambrosius, I miss you. Mare, I miss you. You can see that there are 2 more of those things that are lurking from behind. I'm not gonna. But they're not in the. Sorry, they're not in the actual cavern yet. I'll just put them so they're poking out. And then you hear a screeching and skittering from the far side. And he would have been moving, I guess, last round as well, too. What you guys can see, climbing over these other mites, is this. Grapplez and Tickleback. Charge!
That awful Stadium Rock band.
Yeah, exactly. Grapplez and Tickleback. All right, so he is... Oh, wrong one. Here we go. To front. All right, he's not quite across right now, but this giant... This is the largest tick you've ever seen in your life charging towards. All right, that's the end, though, of the round, guys. I believe everyone's made their attacks, so let's draw... Did we get a Joker last turn? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think so. All right. So everyone's in the same room here. Ambrosius, this is for you. An 8 of clubs. Let me put that in a way you can actually see. I'll put it up here. There you go. 8 of clubs. You're up there, Ambrosius.
I get 2.
Oh, you get 2. Of course you do. Of course you do. There's your 3. It's always because the second one's crap. That's why
You know the second one's going to be crap.
Exactly.
You just don't even want to give it to me.
Jack of spades for Mare. Clockwork, you're getting a... Oh, here we go. Boom. 8 of hearts. And Kate is getting a queen of spades. Pretty good. The mites acting on a 7 of spades. The giant tick on an ace. Oh, my. Oh, not giant tick. The giant centipede. And then Grapplez and Tickleback are on a jack of clubs. I ain't spending any bennies on anything. How about you guys? Hands up. Anyone want a new card?
The mites are on a 7, Kevin?
Mites are on a 7, yeah. Nobody? Nobody? All right. Then, guys, first up will be, I guess, the centipede again. So, centipede's going to do the exact same thing as last time, but it's going to wild strike this time. So it will be vulnerable. I'll put the violet on there so I don't forget. All right, so +2 to hit, +2 to damage. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, mama. I got 1 hit. That is on Kate. I did not hit with a raise, though. It didn't do well enough. So, just regular damage. Let's see, what was my last roll here? So, regular damage. There we go, Kate. Oh, does not even get through your armor, and I'm out of bennies for him. Okay, then I think next up is actually Kate.
All right, Kate's gonna retaliate
Okay,
with wild strikes of her own.
nice.
So I guess does that cancel? No, that's his parry is what's.
Yep,
So
yep.
Yep. Okay.
So you need, yeah, this is, you get +2 to hit this thing.
Yep.
Oh, actually +4 to hit this thing because it's vulnerable. It's vulnerable.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yep. So bring that flaming sword around. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. No raise. And then you got what? +4 from your.
Yeah.
Yeah.
+2 and then +4, right? So.
Yeah.
So +2 and then +2. Yeah. So +4. 16.
Holy shit. That is a hit with a raise, so it is shaken, and it suffers 1 wound.
Okay. The second attack.
Oh, wrong one. Go ahead with your second attack.
Did I?
Oh, you know what? Sorry, I didn't realize you were doing 2 attacks. It would have only been +2 to hit. That first one would have been a miss.
Oh.
Right? Because it's a multi-action penalty of -2. You got +2.
I didn't add the 2. Did I add the 2?
Yeah, you got 4 as your activation, as your bonus for miscellaneous modifiers.
Oh.
Yeah, so unfortunately that actually would have been a miss. Now, you could have spent a Benny to re-roll that if you like.
Yeah, I'll re-roll it.
Okay, go ahead. With a +2. I'll let you keep the damage if you hit. There you go. Yep, so that we'll keep everything else as is. All right, so yeah, you hammer this thing in the side, and it crumples in part of its exoskeleton.
So the 5 was a miss, right?
5 was a miss, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to re-roll that one, the second attack as well.
Okay, go ahead. There we go. Oh, nice. That's a hit with a raise.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage. Plus
4.
4 to damage. Yeah, because you're
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I lost. I didn't declare to keep my conviction, but I used 2 bennies, so.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's fine.
So 18.
18. So that is a... yeah, I don't have enough bennies to soak it. So you crack his carapace, or this thing's carapace, right in the belly area with a first strike, and then plunge this flaming thing into it. That thing writhes and screams and then dies. Then it is... Oh, you could move if you like to Kate.
Yeah, I'll move to here.
Okay. Then it is Mare's turn. Yeah, on a jack of spades.
Can Mare see the tickles and tickleback?
Grabbles and tickleback, yep. You can see him in concert in Kansas City from the entire August long weekend.
And they throw cups of beer vertically so that it doesn't feel like the crap. Okay, well, I'm going to shoot.
Now, you do have those... you got at least 2 mites on you right now.
Yep. But, yeah.
You're more concerned with grabbles and tickleback?
Yeah. So let's shoot twice.
Okay.
And using rapid shot. So I'm going to burn some shots here.
Okay. Now, and you can rock and roll, or use rock and roll now by not moving.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, sorry, how many actions are you taking, and
Rock
how many
and roll.
shots in each?
Okay, so I'm going to take 2 attack actions.
Yep.
And each one of them I'm going to use rapid shots, so I'll get
Okay.
multiple.
So it'll be -2 to hit for all of your attacks. So let's do the first one.
But that's what rock and roll keeps me from suffering for, right?
No, but your multi-action penalty, though.
But there is no multi-action penalty on rapid shot.
No. What rapid shot allows you to do is roll an extra skill dice. Doesn't...
Right. But rock and roll...
Rock and roll allows you to ignore the recoil penalty, right? So the recoil penalty goes down by 2.
That's only if you're using a weapon that has 3.
Recoils when you are using a rate of fire greater than 1, when you're rolling more than 1 skill dice. That's what you're doing with your rapid shot. Rapid shot lets you attack with a rate of fire of 2, which allows you to roll 2 skill dice in addition to your regular dice, but it doesn't affect multi-action penalty.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like so your weapon is normally a rate of fire of 1. What your rapid shot edge allows you to do is to change that into a rate of fire of 2. Rate of fire tells you how many skill dice you can roll and how many shots you can make on each action. What rock and roll does is when you fire with a rate of fire greater than 1, you suffer a -2 recoil penalty. Rock and roll, as long as you don't move, you don't suffer that penalty. It doesn't take away the multi-action penalty, though. So if you're firing another time where you're firing 4 times, 2 shots of 2, you still get the multi-action penalty of -2.
Okay.
Like the 2 edges you've got there, all those do is affect what's happening in each individual action. It doesn't affect each separate action that you take. If you choose to take 2 separate actions where you're doing all those things in that same action, you still suffer the -2 for multi-action.
Okay.
Does that make sense now?
Yeah, I'm just going to shoot once.
Just shoot once. Okay, so then go ahead and roll. What did it mean, Dave, is you're basically firing against a target number of 6 for each of them if you're blazing away with 4. And you get to roll your wild dice with the 2 skill dice on every one of those actions.
It's worth it, I think.
Okay, fine. I'll multi-action and...
Sure. Yeah, let's see, because, it's more chances of exploding, right? As long as one of the dice explodes, all you need is a 6. So give us a... same thing as normal. Skill dice, make your attack with the weapon -2, and do that twice. We'll take the skill dice from the second one. So look at that. So we already got a hit with the first one. We got a hit with the second one with the raise. So go ahead and roll damage from those 2 shots first. Are you targeting the mite or are you targeting the tick?
Targeting the mite first.
Okay. So go ahead and roll damage on the first one. He does not have a very high toughness.
Hopefully it's the leader.
Holy shit. All right.
He turns into pink mist.
Let's see here. Well, he's a wild card, so he's got, but I mean, that's 3 wounds and he's shaken. I'll spend a Benny and try and soak, but I'm not hopeful. Let's see here. Oh, I got exploding dice, though, so... Alright, so I soaked 2 of those, but he is... I'm going to use the red dice or red dots for his wounds. He still takes 2 wounds, and he is shaken. This is your second shot on him. I'll spend a Benny to unshake, so at least he's not giving you free things. Roll damage the second time. This was with a raise.
With a raise, yeah.
Yeah. That's 8, which is still enough to inflict 2 more wounds on him. I have to spend a Benny or he dies. So let's try this. Oh no! So he's riding in, waving that little fork of his. And you blaze away. Your first 2 shots kill him. You burn a hole through him. You have 2 more shots now. Where do you want to place those? On the tick?
Tick.
Okay. So now, this same thing as before. Roll twice, -2 to hit with each of those.
Yep.
Okay, so that's a miss, and that's a miss. You want to spend a Benny on either of those? Or you want to spend a Benny on that to reroll all of that?
Yeah, I'm going to spend a Benny to reroll.
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't use one.
So you have to reroll both.
Yeah, you didn't need a Benny on the first guy.
Yeah. Nice. Hit with a raise, and so you've already hit twice. Let's roll one more time. Let's see what the skill dice is. Yeah, so you've already hit with your 2 shots because you could take the 2 best ones. One with a raise, one without. Go ahead and roll damage on the first one. Toughness is a 10 again. So that hits and shakes the thing, and I don't have any other bennies left. Actually, that Grabbles isn't a wild card, so that actually kills Grabbles. So, or no, you didn't get a raise on it. So go ahead and roll your second damage there, Dave. This is with a raise. And 11, now there it goes. So yeah, you turn and you flare away. I don't know why I keep making the motion like you're fanning the hammer, but it, yeah.
Yes, I'm using my infernal pistol.
Yep. So you blaze away.
Maybe since the battle, Mari saw something that she saw in battle, which is somebody with a normal, like a 6-gun, was doing this to try and shoot, and she doesn't have like a hammer on her pistol.
But it just,
yeah.
She's doing this with the infernal pistol to make it look like she's a cowboy.
Nice. So yeah, this thing is crawling down in there. Mare turns away, takes her attention off of the mites. There's a flash of light of these reddish beams flash across that crevasse. Where that says R4, that's a crevasse. They just slump forward and fall down in there. The other mites scream, and they're going to run away. Now, everyone gets a Benny for that impressive taking out a boss.
I know, 1-2 punch.
Shot. Yep.
Kill the centipede and kill the big ends, I guess.
Yeah.
That's great.
So then, let's see here. Next up will be Clockwork on Hearts. What are you doing, Clockwork?
Okay, I am putting up deflection for 3 power points. I'm spending a Benny to sustain that conviction.
Okay, so you're down to 1 Benny.
And I'm going to hit twice, starting with the stunned one. And I might then punch one that isn't stunned.
Your conviction bonus was what, +4?
Yeah.
2.
Yeah,
2.
+2.
Mine was 4. Mine
Okay.
was 4, but I just didn't need it.
So go ahead and make your attack roll there, Mo. First one, no modifier. Holy shit. Yep. Hit with a raise.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage. This is +2. Yeah. So you crunch this thing's head in. And I don't know, I always picture it with your tail as being like part of your attack. Spin around, you whip crack it across the face, its head smashes and breaks like a melon against the wall. Next attack, go ahead.
Yep. So this is a net 2 because of the conviction.
Yep. There you go. Hit with a raise. No, not a raise. Sorry, just hit regular.
Right.
You do have gang up bonus though, so that is hit with a raise.
Oh, right.
With Kate,
I've
yeah.
forgotten that. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Even more.
Holy shit. So yeah, whap, and the other one's like ah, screams, and then you just your little paw comes out and crunches in on its forehead. All right, then next up is Ambrosius.
So at this point, is there 4 mites? Is that the total number of?
There is 2 that are engaged with you and Mare, and there's 2 more in the tunnel, so 4 in total. Yeah.
Yeah, these ran away, I guess, right?
They are going to run away on their turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to let's see. Yeah, do I actually get in there with melee? I'm going to, and I don't see anyone really hurt of us, right?
Among you, no, I don't think any.
No.
No one's even been shaken, other than maybe. Did anyone get shaken by them?
I think Clockwork soaked.
Yeah, I had to soak quite a nasty hit, but
That swarm was more dangerous.
Yeah, so no, everyone's right as rain.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to try to. I'll try it. I'm going to cast Slumber. I'm going to see if I can catch him with the slumbers.
Yep.
And I'm going to go for. Let's see here. Let me see.
Don't you have to? You're going to have to spend an extra point to.
Area of effect.
Yeah. Yeah. So spend a point to keep Mare safe.
Oh yes. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah. So
unless
I'm
you
going to take.
Put him. She's like, I done my part. Snap time.
Right. No. So yeah, area of effect, and do I just need the small one, Kevin, or is a larger one needed?
No, small ones is sufficient. These guys are actually. This is where their size works against them.
Okay, so it's 2, 2, and 1. So I think this is a 5 cost.
Yep.
And here it comes. All right.
2. Hold on.
They probably get a check, right? They get a save.
Oh, right, because you got to make it an. I was trying to figure out why it was costing you more, but yeah, that makes sense now. Yes.
Yeah.
So they get a save. Do you want to spend a Benny to re-roll that?
That is a great point. I do indeed.
Okay. Here, I'll put you to the front here so you can see your things. I think you should be at 5 bennies as well because I think you spent one. Did you?
We just got one. What did we just?
Oh, that's why. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Adding Elan on the reroll.
Okay. We go and not quite. Still close.
Yeah.
You can spend another Benny if you like. You got 6 right now, and you can't take them with you.
I'm spending another Benny. That is exactly what I'm doing.
Nice.
25 minutes left in the session.
Yep.
There we go.
There you go. There's that raise. All right, so they get -2 to their spirit rolls. Now, these things are inveterate cowards. So I'll be rolling the most deadly of my metal dice, the fucking metal D4s.
Metal D4. Don't step on it.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, boy.
Caltrop.
Metal D4 was the name of my band that played at gaming conventions.
Nice.
Let's see here. All right. So
they opened for the Ticks and Tickles and
Gravels and Tickleback.
Or Gravels and Tickleback.
Grapples and Tickles.
Okay, so I got 1 success out of all of them. So one of them stays awake. I'm going to roll randomly and see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay, so it's the one that's engaged with you is the only one that's. I think the others, them, all fall. Like I'll put a. I'm just going to put an X over them to know that they're asleep.
Okay.
They aren't dead, but they just all slump down. And I think he screams out in undercommon,
We have him now! We beat them in numbers!
As the others are snoring and like a little snot bubble is forming from one of their noses. Okay, so then it is their turn. So they're dead asleep. He's too stupid to notice that. He's just going to try and attack you.
Go down, big glow man!
You are not going down, big glow man. So he attacks you, and it's honestly like, he might as well be untrained. He comes in, and you just sort of like hit him in the forehead and knock him off his, balance. And if you're picturing them moving like Muppets, where they do that kind of like, thing, that's exactly how I picture them as well.
Yeah.
The other ones scream and are running away. And that is the end of the round. We did not have a Joker this round.
No.
Okay, so let's see if we get him this round. Ambrosius, who gets 2 cards. It's a 9 of hearts or an 8 of diamonds. So 9 of hearts. I'll put that up there so you can see it clearly.
Cool.
Mare is getting So Inferno Pistol smoking in her hand, a 3 of spades. Clockwork, you're getting a 2 of spades. And Kate gets a 9 of diamonds, and they're acting on a 5 of diamonds. I'm not spending bennies. Hands up, anyone else want a benny? Or want a new card? Mari wants a new card. I can't take those bennies with you. 3. How about a 3? Oh, roll 20. You never disappoint. All right.
What are
so,
they acting on again, Kevin?
I'm acting on a 5 of diamonds.
I'll take a third.
Take a third? You got it.
Burn them all.
2.
Nice.
Brutal.
I'll leave your best one behind. Hands up, anyone else? Going. Down. All right, so first up will be the 9 of hearts for Ambrosius. What are you doing, Ambrosius?
Ambrosius is actually going to take a swing with the hammer.
Go ahead.
Wow.
Parry's.
Yeah.
You guys have a gang up bonus of +1 on this, so
You have a hammer?
I scrounged it off the battlefield.
Yep.
I scrounged that sucker. It's got a few dents, but it's still hanging in there.
Nice.
You know? Let's see. I think it's just I think we're just no modifier.
so +1 because it's gang up.
Oh, sorry.
Which,
So it's 8 and 5.
Yep. So that is not a raise, but it's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Why do you have a -1 with your fighting? 1d6 -1.
Fighting is it? Because the hauling around that shield gives me -1 to agility tests.
You don't need to apply that right now.
Okay, because I'm not using the shield, right?
Precisely, yeah. Like it was just too cumbersome. So because you're not getting the benefit of that, but let's see here. So that means it's a +1 is an 8, +1 for the gang up bonus is a 9, which is a raise.
Nice.
15.
So what does it look like as you cave this thing's head in?
Yeah, I mean, I've never really swung a hammer before. I've just only heard of them because of Bry, and so he just swats it and takes off the jaw of this thing, and yeah,
and falls down. It's the tongue hanging out of the remains of its bottom part of its head. Guys, everything else, these other ones are asleep and will be for quite some time. So unless you guys intend on doing anything real fancy, I think we can drop out of combat right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to interrogate him and ask him where the humans are and tell him to free him. Or
Okay.
That's a good strategy. I was just going to vaporize them.
I can
You
look into
could.
their.
You don't know what you need to roll for. The only thing you need to roll for is your skill check just to see if it jams.
I will
can
not.
yeah, I wouldn't do it. We could.
Kate has a good strategy of talking to them.
We don't need. I mean, they're helpless. We don't need to kill them.
I could ask Bry to take a peek into their mind too. Let me know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And you could probably do that without them waking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
See
do
that
that.
other
If we can find where the prisoners are, we got them on the run. Let's find the prisoners and.
indeed. Let's see. So I'm going to spend a Benny, Kevin, for more PowerPoints.
Sure. Yep.
And
So you take a deep breath and
yeah. Give me a moment. Give me some room. And and gets in front of the tick, and then might, and then let's see.
Salvage and Tickleback fell down into that crevasse. So
They won't be playing any more shows. Anytime
no,
soon.
No more.
they're
shows.
going away tour.
Shows canceled for the summer, folks.
Right. Let me see here. Let's see.
Opposed by their smarts.
So I don't think I need that modifier. We're just looking for the people.
Yeah. So all you're trying to do is get. And then you can see as they're sleeping, the snot bubbles getting bigger and smaller.
Right.
They're talking in their sleep, so I'll let you just let me roll for his smarts,
Yeah.
such as it is. Go ahead and make your casting roll.
Okay.
It'll be.
Nice.
Oh,
I actually, let's see here, an opposed roll versus smarts. Okay, so I got, fucking hell. I actually got an 8 so far from his smarts.
Ooh.
That 4 is blown up. I got a 10 in total.
How about that?
So it capped out. Oh, no. So do you want to spend conviction?
Yes. There we go.
Yeah, okay, to beat him. And I'm
How
picturing...
are ties resolved in
well, you have to
World, is it?
beat the. Let me double check.
Yeah, I don't know if Ty goes. I can't remember. I know there's something somewhere.
Like sometimes it goes in some games it goes to the defender, some games it goes to the attacker.
Yeah, that's why.
So yeah, no, it's a good
Every
question.
game is different.
Yeah. The attacker gets trait total, then the defender attempts to beat it. So you actually don't need to blow your thing. So you need to beat the number. So yeah, and I'm picturing that the challenge with this is not so much that like this thing is outsmarting you. It's just it is this like staggeringly colossal stupidity of this thing and its brain that you're just like, what? Oh god! Like why does it think?
There's a little a little trail of electricity going from like the symbol and going in its nose.
Yeah.
It's like,
and what you can gather is that across this ravine here, and then down is effectively their larder, where the prisoners, or at least the remaining prisoners, are. You also can picture, you got a full layout. This basically, it goes down across the ravine, and then it goes up into a living quarters, and a storage place for raising some of the ticks, the giant ticks. That then, from the giant tick kind of hatchery into the main chamber where they all live, it then leads up into that entrance that you guys saw. So there really is only 6 rooms in this entire structure. You also can, yeah. Well, and that's all. I guess you didn't get a. Oh, you did get a. No, you didn't get a raise. Never mind. So that's it.
So is there a way around the ravine, or do we have to try to cross the ravine?
If you go back up the way that you came to that main area, and then down into the living area, then down through the tick hatchery, then you can make your way down into the where they're keeping their larder.
Okay.
Dear Bri, there's not much in here, but he does know where the prisoners are.
There's also he has a massive, like in the Matrix, instead of like a bunch of guns showing up, there would be like an entire, library's worth of bookshelves about the specific taste variety in different kind of insect legs.
Yep.
Encyclopedic knowledge. He's kind of a polymath with respect to the taste of different, what a roach tastes like, what a tick tastes like, what a... Yeah.
So I relay that. I go, oh, they're here. I found them. Bri found them.
Great.
So could we climb up and down the sides of the ravine?
So the ravine is only about 3 yards across. Doesn't someone have a potion of jump? Is that this game, or am I thinking something else? I thought someone else had a potion of...
I do have a jump potion.
Yeah, that would give you a fly of like 12 inches, so you could easily leap across and land on the other side.
Okay, well, I'll do that then. I'll use the potion and just say, I'll go and see if I can find the prisoners.
Yep, so you can go ahead. You can just move yourself to the far side there. You should be able to...
Mari has a rocket pack, I thought.
Nope. The rocket pack went to someone else, or it's still sitting in our party loot.
I think it still has yet to be actually refurbished.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
it was very badly glitched, wasn't it?
What you see over here is... I need a spirit check from you, please, Clockwork.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I assume that everything else has dropped by the time we've...
Yes, yeah, by the time you guys have gone.
So,
yeah.
So I will wipe that out.
You want to spend a Benny to re-roll that?
Yeah, I might as well.
Okay. So I think you actually suffer... You are shaken, and you suffer a point of fatigue by the shock of what you are witnessing. Clockwork, what you can see is this is a charnel house. There is definitely... You can't take the time, nor do you want to take the time to count everything. But there is absolutely enough in the cut up, the jointed, the stripped for flesh, bones and whatnot that are piled in here. to make up the small community of White Stallion. The only remaining person in here is it looks like it's a man who is sort of slumped over. There are flies buzzing over everything, insects crawling in the remains, but he's had all of his limbs removed. His eyes seem to have been removed, judging from the bloody bandage across his face. And it appears that they are saving the rest, or the best for the ending. He is the only person who seems to be alive in this pile of gore and bone and rotting meat and squirming maggots. So you sort of stagger back. The rest of the party, I'm assuming, kind of like collects over at the edge. It's like, what's going on?
What do you see?
It's awful. They're almost all dead here.
We're too late.
Looks like it. I'll kneel down by the injured guy and say, "Hello. We're friends. I'll get some water out and
jerks. Who is that? Who is that?
Oh, we're from Torch.
His voice is cracking.
And I'll offer him
choked,
some water.
As if he, So you give him a little water. He manages to choke it back. Who are you?
My name's Clockwork, and we've come to find out what's happening here.
It was MacLeod. He led them to us. MacLeod.
We kind of got that.
And
he says something under his breath.
He's kind of choking the water back. His lips are all cracked as if he hasn't had water in days. Is anyone else alive?
I think Clockwork's going to dissemble and say, "Well, we need to get you out of here first."
Give us a persuasion check. I don't know how he's going to react to this, so let's just. You're out of bennies.
Not very. I'm out of bennies, and
so
that wasn't very convincing.
You guys can hear a shout from the far side, and I mean, like the fatigue that you're suffering from is the sort of shock. So you're probably like your voice is wavering. You know, you're just not coming across as particularly convincing. You guys can hear the rest of you from the far side. This man's voice yelled out, "Is anyone else alive?" And his voice is ragged and not only with exhaustion, but also like wavering with emotion. What do you say, Clockwork?
Unfortunately not, and I'll sort of pat him on the shoulder.
Okay. He twitches. He says, "Are they dead? Are those creatures dead?"
Yeah, we've killed them.
Killed me. I rolled a spirit check for him to see whether... He doesn't say it a second time. Clockwork, you're the only one over here. What do you do?
I'll say, I need to get the healers over here.
Oh, okay. He sort of slumps to the side. You can see that from underneath the bloody rags there are tears that are coming down. And you guys can tell, I think, from Clockwork's voice and his expression that, he's pretty shaken by whatever he's seen on the other side. What do you say, Clockwork?
I'll call back over the ravine. Yeah, we need to kill them all and find those others, and then go back for MacLeod. He was there, Renfield.
That's obviously a reference that
yeah,
would not make sense in
real world. In real, he was there. Judas. Well, that's another.
Yeah.
Yeah. Judas Goat doesn't really apply here. He was their traitor.
It's obvious.
All right.
We should go around. Try to
Yes.
help.
Do you think you can get? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go around.
Okay.
And we go back. I'll go back.
Yeah, and I'll just move you guys over to the far side. You can assume that as you're making your way through, you can see that the mites have made a hasty departure from this, and you can find as you're making your way through their actual living quarters and such. I think that you find reminders of what has happened here. There are human hands that have been gnawed on to have all the tasty flesh taken off of them. There's maybe a skull that's being used as a chamber pot.
Ambrosius, can you do
I
anything?
will have warned them before.
Well, you didn't until I said that. So no, yeah.
Spirit checks?
Yeah. Let's have everyone make a spirit check just to
Okay.
see what everyone's sort of. Mari actually steals your resolve here.
It's good to be an android.
Yeah. Yeah, Kate, you're okay as well. Same thing at Broaches. You guys are stern. After that, there would have been horrors you would have seen during the Battle of the Torture Tree. So I imagine,
Yeah.
All right, so you guys make your way down.
So Larder was correct. They ate these people, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, I guess I don't care what you do with the sleeping ones.
There are no sleeping ones.
I think we did leave some. I put
think
some to sleep.
Mari's saying that she finished them before.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, I
Good.
did.
Good.
When I chatted that across.
All right, and then so we can try to take this guy out. I mean, maybe try to persuade him or encourage him.
He's
to
only
keep
going
on
to say.
going.
I'm not sure Clockwork's the only one who heard him ask that that he euthanize him. He doesn't repeat it after that first time.
So, who needs help here, Clockwork? Have you seen anyone? Is it this one? Is
So yeah, he's missing all of his limbs, and he's missing his eyes. But he's also suffering effectively 3 wounds right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. We may not be a wild card, but I don't know. But so if you wish to try and heal him, you can feel free to do that. Oh no, because but it'll be the super healing because his injuries are more than an hour old.
More than
Okay.
an hour.
All right. Let's take a
Yeah,
look
I won't
here.
verbally respond to saying how many others there are because I don't want to.
So I think you need to spend some bennies to get to juice up your power.
Yes. Sure. Let's do it.
Okay, so you
Let's.
is healing a 1-point or 2-point spell?
Healing is 3 points.
Is 3 points. Okay, so yeah, you would for sure need to spend 2 bennies to get up to 15 and then start casting because it's 13 to cast greater healing.
Yes. I will spend 2
Yeah.
and then and I will and then do the greater healing. So it's a total of 13, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right. Go ahead and cast your spell. Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you can restore his wounds, but it looks like that crippling injury one is a lot longer.
Well, crippling injuries also is 15 on
Yeah.
top of the base cost of 3, so he would have to make a -3 to the roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
So go ahead, come on, big money. Success. So at least you've healed 1.
Okay.
Yeah, make him feel better at least.
Yeah, and this is it is an enormous amount of effort on your part. You can picture you've had to draw on reserves you didn't expect to, and then almost all of your holy power is exchanged on that. So let's end with this guy's not going to ask again to be murdered or anything like that. So if we pick up with you guys bringing him along, somehow on a travoy or something like that, there's enough stuff in here you could make some kind of sled or travoy to transport him on. We can picture you guys walking into town in the White Stallion, and he comes. You can see him sort of. He's probably making his way from inside the. First you can collect the militia and Harsk. He's making his way, MacLeod, from inside the stables out, and he's leading a horse the next morning and sees, and it's the biggest of all the mares, and he runs in and sees all of you guys standing. What?
I mean, what is a crime? Is there a crime? I guess it seems that there would be a crime here. Or would we know like the actual? Like, what it's hard to tell.
The only like
Conspiracy to murder.
technically this is all you guys are thinking way too modern in terms of this is a barbarian land, right? This is under the domain of the Black Sovereign, the Kellids. So you guys, in theory, could take him into custody if you want and try and bring him before the Black Sovereign. But okay, so everyone,
I would be interested in knowing why.
She stops.
okay,
Why?
Why?
Why did you do it?
he sort of let me make a spirit check for him. I got exploding on it. He says the blood cars came. They did it.
I'm gonna give me a second. I'm gonna try mind reading on him.
Okay.
So I get up it's a cost of 2. I got 2 left.
Yep. Go ahead. I'll make a contested smarts.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you don't roll a 2 on your casting. Yeah, you got that with a raise. What you get is sort of a montage of seeing this guy is out collecting, some of the fallen wood near the tree, and he comes across these things, and then to save his skin, he offers to bring help them find them. And you get a brief sort of, he's only witnesses one of them, where someone is trying to run away and is taken down by one of the giant ticks and dragged off. So, yeah.
I share that with everyone.
Yeah, you also see him arguing with Grabble about the lack of food any longer, and he insisting that he's bringing horses. He's bringing more food for them.
And he's irredeemable, with a little trickle electricity going into his nose.
Yeah.
What do you think, Kate?
I think we take our horses back.
Indeed.
If you resist, well, I guess that means you're guilty.
I think give us an intimidate check. Yeah, I'll give you a plus 4 to this. Plus
I think
2.
I'm gonna have to buy some intimidate.
Nice.
Okay, so it's
plus 4 to your unskilled.
plus 4. Okay.
Nice. Yeah, you guess with a raise. So he finally kind of realizes that you all realize what his crime is. Mm-hmm. You take the horses back, and as you guys are, do you do anything else with this guy, or just leave him in the ruin?
There's still some mites and ticks left. We could leave them to justice, or what I thought is that we can put a dagger in the crippled. Oh, he doesn't have any hands. Shit.
Yeah.
I say we tie him up. I think you're right, Kate. There's a few mites out there that are probably hungry, and if we tie him up, they'll come back. They'll do the work for it.
Yep.
Well, tie him up and leave him at the tree then.
Okay. So you guys tie him up, and we see you guys ride off, and the post-credit scene would be him tied to the tree, and then he hears the sound of something, and kind of jerks up, and from the darkness you can see first the carpet of centipedes go forward and are crawling all over him, and then we see the glint in the eyes and the sickly blue skin of about 10 mites coming out, their little daggers ready to start carving off. They're ever so hungry. And with that, guys, we will bring it to a close. Now, everyone is going to get a point of conviction from today as well, because you guys all acted like incredible badass heroes. And everyone is going to get an advancement as well, too. So congratulations on solving the mystery of the White Stallion.
Nice.
When Mari got these guys to come with her on this journey for the White Stallion, we said we were getting 50 discs.
Yes.
Was that when we get back to town?
That's when you get back to town, yes.
Okay.
Could donate my money to Bree or to rehabilitate this man.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
I'm just curious. Does he want us to take him maybe to Torch?
I say we
can't
take
leave
him
him here. We'll have to take him back to
We'll
Torch.
take him, and I mean, We have
Yeah.
technology and Torch. We can
I think-
rebuild faster, stronger.
Joseph of Bry is more powerful. So the crippling wounds that he's suffering,
Yeah.
he actually may be able to there's magic that can restore limbs and things like that.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah, I mean,
That sounds good.
I say we save him as best we can. I mean,
Indeed,
I see.
indeed.
okay.
Mario tried to make
Ooh.
a
I'd have liked to
saddle-
search that room he was trying to get into
The which room?
in the tavern.
There's nothing of value in here.
All right, okay.
Who are they trying to get into? No, he was repairing a door.
he was
remember?
trying to repair a door.
Oh, I thought he might have been trying to get into a locked room.
No, it was a door. It was hinges on a door he was repairing. No, there's nothing of value in here.
The mice would have taken. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I can't think of anything the mice would have of value.
No, they're really, unfortunately, they were
Evil
more,
little things.
driven
What
by
about,
their.
what about the guy that we're rescuing? Does he have a home that he wants things from? Like we can collect up some of his personal items and stuff before we go?
I'm picturing that he's at best, like you may be able to get single word answers out of him for now, because
He's going to be traumatized for a while. I mean,
oh yeah,
We can come back. We can come back and get his things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can fix up. We've got plenty of horses, so we could fix up a litter or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also you have
The
5 militia who could just, you could do kind of a palanquin type thing.
Yeah.
Whatever the case is. So, guys, that brings us to the end of our session. So everyone's got their rewards. As for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for the conclusion of this story. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding this session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section of the video, or you can find us all on the Dungeon Musings Discord server. We're all active there, and we have channels dedicated to this game, to Savage Worlds, and to every other game we run on the channel. You can also find a link in the description of the video to the Heroes Save Villages charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. That benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really great organization active in over 130 countries that benefits over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children. It also, from now until August 1st, 2021, for every $25 that you donate, 25 Canadian, that you donate, you get one chance to win the grand prize or one of the other amazing prizes we have for our next charity raffle. The grand prize is a copy of Beadle and Grimm's Legendary Edition, Curse of Strahd. And if you don't win that, the second prize is a copy of their upcoming Shadowy Silver Edition of Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. If you don't win those, there's still some other great prizes too, including a chainmail dice bag made by our very own armor smith here, Dave, including some terrific prizes from the Dungeon Musings Red Bubble Shop. There's also some modules for Dungeon Crawl Classic that our buddy George has donated, and there's also a copy of the upcoming Acton Cthulhu 2D20 conversion, or version of it, not conversion, that Modifius is putting out, because I screwed up and ordered an extra copy. So I'll donate that to the raffle. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to Sean, Dave, Mo, and Carl. Thank you so much for joining me back in Numeria, guys. This was a really fun session. Congratulations on defeating the mites. And for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for this session. We hope that this finds you healthy, safe, and weathering the current crisis as well as can be expected. We hope that the summer is off to a great start. We hope we gave you a few hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and to think about the troubles that our heroes get themselves into. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.